You're about to listen to TADPOG. Tyler and Dave play old games. It's a comedy video game podcast. We would like to stress that the hosts are not experts and are really just very crass commentators. Seriously, this is an explicit podcast that happens to talk about video games sometimes. So please enjoy this pretty okay podcast with Tyler and Dave.
Hello, Internet, and welcome to
the wrestling one?
more TADPOG. They're almost.
Oh.
Brooks' family was a little under the weather, so he said he couldn't make it. We said we'd postpone. Then his family got better, and then we didn't do our show prep, so we're waiting a week anyway.
Right. Yeah, this morning we had a conversation where it's like, hey, do I need to prepare notes or what's going on?
Well, the conversation was more like, hey, Brooks's kids are sick and he can't record. And in my house, it was like, oh, thank God I'm not ready. I'm not ready.
I have played the game.
Not thank God that Brooks's kids were sick.
Right.
I hate those kids.
Hey, man, don't say that. There's like 18 of them. They'll definitely zerg you to death.
Not Brooks's kids. The fact that we had to postpone one more week because I wanted to be better prepared. And at the time, we wanted Brooks on this one.
Oh, yeah.
So,
as a former wrestler.
Right. Great. That's perfect.
Yep.
It's a perfect fit.
Yep. But, I mean, I was also like, I've had a mentally stressful week at work, like the kind of stressful where, like, I woke up last night at 2 a.m. and just, like, stressful half sleep to, like, 3 before I actually fell back asleep.
For an hour.
Yeah, that's like my time when I'll completely forget something until 2 a.m. and then it hits me, and then I have to, like...
Oh, God. And
then I worry about it for a little while until I convince myself there's nothing you can do about it now.
Right.
Go back to sleep.
Yeah,
So,
totally, absolutely.
So it takes me about, anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour to finally convince myself it's not a big deal. Handle it in the AM when you can do something about it. And then, well, still the AM. But handle it in the later AM when you can do something about it. Because I will not be buying anything else of true value from the shed.
The hardware store?
Close.
we buy stuff
Somewhat.
all the time from there.
Well, okay, so at the hospital, we have
Real quick, though.
Yes.
The shed.
Yeah. Not just a shed in the road
The
somewhere.
shed is an establishment here in Paducah that has a bunch of, it's like a flea market where you can rent a booth and sell your crap.
Right. Do you want a racist wood cutout of a black person eating a watermelon? They have it at the
and
shed.
an Irvin Cobb mug.
If you need
they have good stuff too, like the Irvin Cobb mug.
if you need a serving tray that has a badly painted "Live, Laugh, Love" on it, you'll probably find it at the shed. It'll probably be marked way up.
Yeah.
And then, like at the shed, I love the booths at the shed that have 90% off everything. But what they did was they quadrupled the price of what they should be asking.
JCPenney
Then
style.
mark it down 90%, and it's what you would have paid anyway. So anyway, I just wanted to establish what the shed is. Tyler, continue.
So I did happen to see a Super Nintendo. I just bought a Super Nintendo off eBay for $50. $51 to be exact. They have it at the shed for $125.
Yep, that tracks.
And then, so at work, because we have to feed, hospital food gets a bad rap because hospital food generally has to meet a lot of medical diets. So you kind of have to keep a neutral hold.
Like a profile kind of, that
fit
sort of covers everything.
Yeah, to fit as many... because cardiacs have to have no salt, low fat,
right?
a carb control, no sugar, So there are different items that meet them, but our general like option A and B have to be pretty neutral. And because of that, we do steam a lot of things.
Okay.
So the steamer that we use the fucking fire out of that steamer. Our steamer went out. Like bad, went out. The water in Paducah is super hard.
Yeah,
so when the steamer
so
stopped, it's so hard.
It's only been that way since I've lived in Paducah.
We pulled the back off of the steamer, and it looked like fucking Clayface and climbed into the back of it. So I've got to get the boiler replaced and everything, but it's going to be like at least 2 weeks. And it's like, fuck, we can't not have a steamer for 2 weeks.
Right.
Trying to boil stuff and make do with other equipment is really bad. So one of the guys is like, I saw a steamer really cheap at the shed. It's older, but that might work for us. So me and the executive chef went out there. It's definitely like, but it's an old like battleship tank of a steamer. It's
Right.
like, but no bells and whistles. Great. Okay. They agreed to take $2,000 for it, which a brand new steamer now is about $25K. So it's like, this will work in a pinch. It's just an emergency situation until we can get our other one fixed. So it looked like it was gas. Everything in the kitchen at work is gas. So I asked the shed guy, this looks like gas. I don't see any electric hookups. He's like, yeah, I believe it's gas. And then he calls the owner, who then he comes back. He said, yeah, she said that if there's anything wrong with it, she'll take it back. No big deal. I was like, okay, great. So we figured out it was horrendous to load up and unload and transport. And then we had to wait a few days for the gas company to come in and look at it. They hoisted it up, got it going, and then realized, oh, it's not gas, it's electric. It's like, okay. So we call the electrician in house, and he walks down. As soon as he walks, he goes, what the fuck is that?
Right, because this thing's probably nowhere near up to code. And
Yeah.
Like from the
he's like,
70s.
"Why did you-"
yeah.
And he just got back from like being off for a month for surgery. This is his first day back.
Of course.
I called hospital facilities. I told them the situation. Like, oh yeah, we can do that. No big deal. So I thought everything was good on the hospital side, but he sees it and he's like, what the fuck? I explained it. He's like, well, all right. And he gets out and he's like, this is a goddamn 480. I was like, what does that mean?
As opposed to a 110 or a 220.
Yeah. He's like, you don't have that down here. Can you get it for us? Man, do not make me run a 480 line down here. Like, that's going to take you several $100s if I'm going to run a 480 for this one thing. It's like, all right, well, I go back and I call the lady in the shed. You know, I tell the shed guy what happened. He's like, oh, okay, yeah, I'll call her and we'll work it out, bring it back. Okay, cool. She calls me back. She's like, oh, yeah, see, what I meant was if something was wrong with it and nothing's wrong with it, so I'm not going to take it back.
Oh, fuck.
And I was like, come on, we didn't even know. I'm sorry, you didn't ask me, you know. So
You
no.
asked if it was gas.
Yeah. So I was told by the people, but yeah, she didn't care. She didn't give a shit. She's like,
Because
no.
all that's consignment. All like
Yeah.
the big stuff at the shed is consignment stuff.
Yeah, she's
Most
like, yeah,
of
we're not.
Most of the stuff there too is no refunds. Like you're not getting your money back. Buy it and leave, but don't come back with it because
And then like I'd borrowed the hospital corporate card to charge it to get it, and then like for me to not be able to get it, like fuck. So I gotta tell my boss at the hospital, to the executive. I was like, well, it's not a lost cause. Like, if I absolutely have to use it, I can. So I'm gonna shove it back in a corner, and if everything dies, we'll take the rest of the money, we'll run that line, and we'll use it.
maybe get your
Or
electrician.
catastrophe.
Maybe you get your electrician guy to run the 480 down
At
there
some other time.
At some
Yeah.
point, so you'll have that option
in case we
because
need it. So
It would suck for that thing to just never be
yeah,
used.
if I can send it to another account in Cincinnati, I'll do that. You know,
Right.
and then they can just pay me that money for it, and then
You should have told the lady, I don't know if anything's wrong with it because it won't fucking run on gas, you
Oh,
bitch.
I told her I can't use it. Yeah, but we don't know if it's broken or not.
Yeah, it's not my what I.
Oh, hold on. That's broken.
It's broken.
Fucking call her back tomorrow and say, yeah, so we had a 480 line ran down to run this thing
And it
and it
doesn't
won't
work.
fire, so I want my money back.
And that costs us a couple $100, but
We'll let that go.
we'll let bygones be bygones. But take this fucking non-gas steamer back
Well, I guarantee she'd take that money, she'd already spent it.
Right.
Like the
Oh,
next
surely.
day.
on
Surely.
a gas steamer. She's like, the fools.
Man, all these carrots are so soft.
When I bought
My
this
cardiac's
steamer,
great.
when I bought this steamer, which I was told was gas, I was hoodwinked. Now I have my gas steamer that I've always wanted.
Well, yeah, you just sell it to just tell someone else it's gas. You'd be like, it's definitely not 480.
That's awfully specific. Nope. It's just not 480.
Well, I think they generally avoid stuff like that in case there's a power outage.
Sure,
so
yeah.
like most everything is steam or gas in the kitchen.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense.
Yep.
Well, I'm sorry that happened. In the
Yeah.
grand scheme, it's like, I mean, he took a risk. It was only a $2,000 risk. You know what I mean?
In the scope
relative,
of things, it could have been. Yeah.
Right.
That was because I went into the COO and I told him like, all right, here's what I did. And here's my reasoning for it. Because I told him about my dad stealing that bulldozer. Whenever
Right.
at the plant, for every hour they shut down, they lose like $4 million. So they were having to shut down because none of their bulldozers worked. He knew there was construction going on down the road. So he ran down there. The keys were in their bulldozer. So he stole the bulldozer off the construction site. So the plant didn't have to shut down. Which originally his bosses were mad. Like, we have to clean and do all this to their bulldozer. And he's like, that's like $500,000 at the most.
Right.
It would have been $4 million if we'd shut down. And they were like, oh, yeah, okay, well, good job.
Good job on that.
So I told him, like,
felony
this was
theft.
me trying to steal the bulldozer. Like, I had to get something very quick because we couldn't get stuff up to temp and blah, blah, blah. And this was nothing at the hospital is fast. Nothing. So this was like the absolute fastest thing I could do. And he was like, well, it's okay. Well, I mean,
Well, so what have you
as long as you have the extra room in your budget and then you can figure it out, it's fine.
what have you done for steaming food since then?
There is a tilt skillet, a huge tilt skillet that we have. So basically it's like a huge frying pan that has like a huge box frying pan.
How huge are we talking? Like the size of a...
Half the size of this table.
That's pretty big.
Yeah.
What for the listener, how big would that be? Like the hood of a car or the truck?
About half the size of a car hood.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because they do meat and pasta sauce and everything in the tilt skillet. So what we have to do is fill that up with water, get the water boiling, and then put the pans of stuff that we would steam in it and close the lid.
Okay.
It'll work. It's way more time consuming. I have to spend more on labor. It takes longer. It's barely up there where it should be. So it'll make do. I'm just spending more overtime and
Right,
labor
sure.
and materials and everything than I would normally would. So it's actually going to cost me more in the long run than what this would do in the 2 weeks it's going to take to get that thing fixed. So, but I tried and I'm fucking pissed at the shit.
Man,
and this lady.
yeah, I'd be more pissed at the lady.
I'm pissed
I mean,
at the lady.
Yeah.
it does
Dude.
suck. It'd be nice if the shed took some liability, but I know that's not their
Well,
that's
yeah.
not their model.
They're like, we rent the space. We can't.
We're
not
just a
getting
room,
in
man.
We're not getting in between you and the cellar. And
Yeah.
there's been.
Don't
I've
tell me you're going
seen-
to take it back when you clearly didn't really mean you're going to take
We
it
go
back.
there a lot, and we will browse around and find stuff. I can usually find some Funko Pops or something that I like there, but I've been there more than a few times and heard people arguing it with someone at the counter about wanting to return something, and they're like, "Sorry, that's not our deal. We charge rent to the person you bought that from. We don't have anything to do with the merchandise." So
They need to have like some rudimentary legal documents because I don't know if you signed anything.
Nope.
I figured it was all just okay.
Yeah.
Load it
A
up.
gentleman's agreement.
Right. They need some kind of go to a legal R Us and like buy like a contract.
like Legal Zoom or something.
Right. Yeah, that covers stuff like that because that sucks, man.
Yeah, my other miserly old man with money story would be because I was talking about Fruitables, this place in town that just sells bowls of fruit like
Is that
granola.
a chain? I
I know
assume
there's
that
one
it
in
is,
Murray.
right?
There's one in Murray now, so it's starting to be. My youngest stepdaughter, Choco Chica, she never asks for food ever, and she texts me like, "Can I have a Fruitable?" Okay. What do you want? She's like, "I want a Frutella bowl." Okay, I've never been in this place. So I walk in and it is like hipster fruit paradise in there with pineapple decorations and everything's metal and wood and live, laugh, love, fruit, whatever. And so I walk in and it's nothing like fruit is just standard like grocery store fruit. There's just like bowls of it everywhere. And I see like for $10 for a regular, which is like half the size of this bowl I have. So like fucking tiny for
like a little
for
ice cream,
$10.
like the bowl of ice cream you get at like
Cold- it's-
Ponderosa
Picnic
or
or
something.
something.
It's a like it
yeah.
size at Cold Stone. I said that was like $10 when I finally saw it. I was like, she never asked for this shit, but I feel like I need to. I probably had I got to stay there and I got waited on immediately, I probably still would have bought it for her. But fortunately, there was a lady in front of me who I guess was newly discovering what fruit was.
Oh God.
Because she looked like what Bo Burnham's white woman Instagram. Like she was there and she was just like, oh my God, tell me, I don't know what's going on here. What is this? And like, and she's attractive. And then we've got the equivalent of Scott behind the register who's like, I will tell you everything about fruit, my lady. So I sit there for about 8 minutes just waiting before it's like, okay, now I've talked myself out of it. I'm gonna go to Walmart and buy
Storm out. I could have bought
$10 worth of things.
I could have bought 200 of these motherfuckers and paid for a steamer.
I bought 6, the equivalent. I could do 6 much larger bowls for the $10 that I spent at Walmart on strawberries, bananas, Nutella, peanut butter, and granola.
Yeah, those aren't like, I don't know how much Nutella
Yeah, it wasn't
is,
like
but
it
those
was
aren't like
acai
expensive.
or something that was a little different. But
Yeah.
like this is just, it's just shit at Walmart, my man. Like
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, that's been my today and week.
That's
About
not
you
too
guys?
bad. I haven't made any big purchases. I haven't bought any electric or gas steamers. Played croquet for the first time.
Oh,
at
really?
Nicole's birthday party.
Can I
yeah.
call you Heather now?
Yeah, I guess you can.
I watched you play croquet for the first time.
Yeah. There's a first time for everything, I
Nikki
guess.
and I talked banking while you played croquet.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Nicole didn't ask her to play. I guess tough luck, Nikki. Tough luck, you.
Yeah, I was good.
It was fun. It did make me. Nikki even said, she's like, we should watch Heathers. And it's like, yeah, we should rewatch the Heathers.
Great movie.
Even though it is a good movie. I don't think it is a great movie. It's a weird movie.
It is weird. There's
It's
there's
a weird movie, but it's great.
Yeah. Teenage suicide.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
Right. Yeah. I
what
forgot
was the
about that.
I've
90s?
recently watched Heathers,
Yeah.
so I've kind of somewhat fresh on my mind.
We watched it probably about 2 years ago. What were you saying, Tyler?
Is Jawbreaker like the '90s version of Heathers?
I don't know what it is.
I would
Like,
say
that's about murder.
No, Jawbreakers. I mean, it's kind of a high school girl clique sort of thing, but
I mean,
not.
Marilyn Manson actually fucks Rose McGowan in it.
Oh, that movie.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
But not. It's a little bit different story.
Yeah, I don't know. I watched the Heathers. I didn't see it. Is it Heathers or the Heathers?
Heathers.
Okay. So I'm definitely being an old man here. Heathers. I watched
We were saying The Shed, so you had
The
on
Shed,
mind.
right? Yeah, I could do it extra southern if you want.
just
the
down-
Heathers.
I went down to the Aldi's.
It's just
the
down.
Kroger's.
Yeah, the shed is just down from the Walmart.
the Walmarts.
Walmart, the bargain hunt.
Yeah. Yeah. I didn't watch that one when it was anywhere near recent. I saw that one probably for the first time a couple years ago.
Oh, really?
I liked it, but it was like it hit different. I think because we have a kid,
Yeah.
so it was a lot more scary. I feel
Sure.
like.
Yeah, because that movie is like one of those distant parents aren't involved
Right.
with their kids at all.
Right. It's a dark comedy.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
And, it was still good and it was still funny. But
It is. It
there are
does
parts.
hold up.
There are parts
There
where
are
it's like,
parts.
whoa, fuck, man, I have a kid.
Yeah.
And like, this is a thing we're going to have to like have a conversation about probably one day.
Yeah.
That
was Heathers was one of the movies that was in that glut of movies that we would just sit around and watch on VHS back when I talked about it on the Joe Dirt Patreon.
Oh, right.
Tanya and
Yeah.
I spent a lot of time just watching movies for the first decade we were together.
Pisstasters.com.
Yeah, pisstasters.com if you want to hear the full
Check it
story.
out.
Check it out. But yeah, we watched Heathers a lot, and it's one of those that's kind of in there with Joe Dirt. I'll watch it if it's on, kind of thing. I love it.
Yeah. Yeah, it was good. I would watch it again. But like the whole teen suicide stuff definitely hit weird. And I remember like when I was in high school, and I guess happens at most graduations. I don't know. I remember like, so there's a graduation, and then the guy comes on stage, like a motivational speaker comes on stage and says, "Yeah, shit's tough. Don't commit suicide." And then, happy graduation. You checking to see if the air's on? I don't think
off.
it is.
It is off.
I
I'll rectify
came
that.
in here and I checked it. I made sure the thing was moving. I am stupid when it comes to our air conditioner. I can't make it work.
I haven't even tried.
I don't know why. It was on. I swear this.
I believe it. Croquet's okay. It's all right. As far as like lawn games go, it's pretty good. I would give it. It's a A rank yard game.
How would you consider it stands up against lawn darts?
I've never played lawn darts. I think it was maybe outlawed.
Yeah, no,
like,
it's
by
definitely.
the time I was
Yeah, I
like,
don't know how many deaths have
around.
resulted from croquet versus lawn darts.
Yeah,
have
that's
you
a
ever
good
seen
question.
Heathers?
I've seen Jawbreaker, so I don't put Jawbreaker in someone's mouth and duct tape over that.
Right.
Is that what that movie's called? That
Yeah, and then it goes in her throat and
It's
she has
rough.
a big it's sticking out of her throat and kills her.
oh
It starts as a practical joke, like they're going to kidnap this girl and they stick the jawbreaker in her mouth and tape it shut and put her in the trunk, and then it goes down her throat and she suffocates and dies. And so then they have to just figure out what to do.
huh.
It's pretty messed up.
It is pretty messed up. It sounds interesting.
It is a
though.
good movie.
Okay. I have to check it out.
Yeah.
We're designed so shittily that all our eating and breathing
Right.
apparatus are
Oh,
all
our
just
bodies.
like right here.
3 holes in the
Just plug this
fucking
up right
front
here.
of our
It's
head.
gone.
You're done.
That's it.
Have no alternate. You know, we got one heart. We need a backup
We need
like
Time
Doctor
Lords,
Who.
yeah.
We need Time Horde or Klingons. Klingons also
Wow.
have multiple hearts.
And like a grape. Grape can kill us. That's it.
It's
Yeah.
either I can't remember if it's that Klingons have multiple hearts or multiple like backups to their heart or something. I don't know, but yeah. We're you're right. We are poorly
Auxiliary
designed. I
hearts.
could lose a hand tomorrow, be probably fine. I mean, I'll be upset about it, but I'd be fine. But yeah, jawbreaker down the windpipe, you're done.
That's it.
You're done.
That's it.
This is my life.
I hope I don't die that way.
Me too.
I'm going to fall in the shower. I'm just calling it.
I think most of us probably are gonna.
Yeah.
80% of Tadpog listeners are probably gonna fall in the shower.
I've almost fallen in the shower twice this week.
Isn't that fun? When it's like, oh boy, that was a close call. When you're
Yeah.
like, when your heel goes, squirt, squirt.
Yeah.
It's like, oh shit.
Why is everything around here so perfectly positioned to slay me now?
I'm gonna have to put in a handrail in the shower or something.
Yeah.
And I'm not actually kidding.
No,
I'm thinking
you
about
probably
putting something to
should.
grab onto
Yes.
because
It's scary. I think
is
about that
scary.
shit. Henry will stand. He might still do it, but if he does it, he doesn't do it when I'm around. When he would, and I wouldn't know because I haven't seen that boy take a bath in years. But he used to stand up on the lip of the tub, and it's like,
Cohen.
homie, no.
Cohen did that shit too.
No.
He used to put his feet on either side. I'd be like, Happy, look at this. I'm like, get the fuck down.
Yeah.
And I'd curse. I'd be like, no. I'm not having that.
No.
Nope. Not
No.
doing that.
It's like, dude, your feet are wet, man.
That is a slippery surface. Your feet are wet, and you're not the most coordinated little shit in the world. So how about just sit down?
yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, I've never played lawn darts. Speaking of dangerous things, I'd say my favorite lawn game is probably horseshoes.
Okay.
I like horseshoes. I think that's probably like a lowbrow lawn game.
No, I think horseshoes is like the precursor to cornhole.
I like cornhole too.
Cornhole is my S tier lawn game. Like that's the tops. I love playing cornhole.
Cornhole's great. Yeah, especially on like a real
Right.
cornhole board.
Yeah.
yeah, like
it's
a set.
It's a fantastic game.
Yeah.
And I'm actually halfway decent at it. So,
Yeah, good.
Yeah, but I've never played croquet. Like I've seen it, but I've never actually played. So I don't know I know sort of kind of the fundamentals of it, but
It's pretty easy.
It seems like it would be fairly easy. to
Yeah,
learn.
it's pretty easy.
Okay.
The hardest thing is like knowing the order in which you have to go through the wickets.
Yeah.
Because, like, it's a race, essentially.
Right.
You're just trying to get your ball through the course to the pole and back through another mirrored course.
Right.
And be the first one to do it.
And you can, like, take your turn and knock someone's ball out of the way, I think. Is that a thing?
Yeah. If you hit somebody's ball, you get to hit your ball twice after that.
Okay.
So, yeah, you can absolutely go Team Chaos and just go after other people's balls.
Okay.
And then if you hit the ball through the wicket, you get to hit the ball one extra time. So in theory, I mean, if you're really good at croquet,
you could just run the course once and be done.
pool style, I guess.
Okay.
But yeah, so that was fun. I would play.
Those bola balls.
Oh, what are bola balls? Oh yeah, the ladder toss game.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, with the bolas. Nicole said it was like everywhere she went where she was looking for like a lawn game, it was like the sites were like the hottest lawn game of 2023, and it's like this rack, right, of like 3 horizontal rods, and they're
PVC towel rack.
yeah, essentially.
Oh, I've seen these in the store.
And then you've got bolas. Each team has bolas. 2 balls tied together with a string. And you try to wrap the bola around one of the rods, and each rod is worth a certain number of points. It was okay. Yeah, it was fine. It's a little too complicated for me. You know what I mean? Where it's like, I think the fun of it is bolas.
Yeah. No longer just an exotic weapon.
No
in
longer
D&D.
just a weapon to trip up people, and then,
Right.
so you can slay them easily.
Yeah. So that was the fun of that. I didn't mess with that too much, but croquet was good. I got my permanent crown.
Good.
Yeah,
Oh
there we
man,
Did you go straight for the popcorn and the crunchy candy and all that good
I
stuff?
went straight for the popcorn.
Yeah.
Yeah, had popcorn that day. I was waiting for it. It was good. It was worth the wait.
Good.
So yeah, I got this, and it's gold. So if I'm ever in jail and don't have
Got
money,
some cred already. Yeah.
Well, I was figuring I could maybe
Yeah.
yank that sucker out and post bond. Is that what it's called?
Yeah, they take teeth, I think. I think you can post bond with
Yeah,
teeth.
I mean,
Regular
sure,
or
that's
gold?
value. Oh yeah, regular teeth. Because that's the whole like story I heard about like why pimps would wear jewelry, is because they could give they wouldn't take the jewelry in jail, and they could give the jewelry to their lawyer. I don't know if that's true or not. Because they take your money. I hear. I don't know.
I mean, they take everything.
So they probably take your fucking jewelry too.
I'm sure.
So I don't know. And then we're playing a game. Nikki, Henry, and I. Have you heard of a game called Humanity?
Sounds familiar.
It's like it's a game where you wake up. The game starts where you wake up and you are a Shiba Inu, and you're hearing voices in your head that tells you to guide humanity to the light. And it's a puzzle game where you direct with your barks like just a torrent, like a river of people. And then you try to get them from like one door of light to another door of light. And your barks can do different things as you progress. Like, but it starts out, your barks just tell them what direction to go. So you have to like navigate them like through a course, essentially. And then that starts evolving to where your barks can tell them to jump. And then so you just go ahead of them. You can set it. You can set the course ahead. You plot their course essentially, where it's like, okay, turn left here, then you're gonna turn right here, then you're gonna do a long jump here, and it's a weird game.
So it teaches programming.
Yeah, there's like, yeah, totally. I mean, in the regard
In a
where you're
way.
like the steps of logic and stuff like that. Yeah, totally. Henry used to have this little, we got him this caterpillar that had like arrows on it, and you could program the caterpillar
Right.
by like each segment of the caterpillar had a different arrow on it. So you could put it on like the first arrow would be right, and the second arrow would be left, and then whatever order you put them in and have it go, the
follow
caterpillar
that,
does that
yeah.
pattern. Yeah. So yeah,
that's
you
cool.
brought back that memory. It's cool. It's like humanity is. it feels like a PlayStation 1 like era weird game.
Okay, yeah.
I feel like PlayStation was like, man, there were so many weird PlayStation 1 games, and I feel like the more successful the PlayStation got, the fewer and fewer of those weird games we got. So yeah, it's good. Hopefully, I mean, it was fun playing with a group of people too, with Nikki and Henry.
How does that work? You all just like kind of watching and saying, "Ooh, try this, do that," kind of thing. Okay.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, and I was controlling it, and then this is usually how I'll do adventure games. Nikki will like offer suggestions, and it's like, oh, okay, yeah, that's a good idea, and then try that out. And then Henry is it's just fun to have him around because he thinks the dog is funny and says things like, "What's the dog doing?" And so
I get
he's
it.
there for morale.
Perfect. He's your Flavor Flav.
Yes, in more ways than one. He's my Flavor Flav. I have to get him a clock on a chain.
Get him a big old clock on a chain.
Yeah. Last day of school is today.
He needs some gold teeth too.
Yeah, that is true.
Properly.
Yeah.
Hype man. Be your hype man.
Yeah, I can't have more gold teeth than than my Flavor Flav. How about you, man? What you been up to?
I don't have a whole lot to report. I'll go through the list of stuff I've watched this week as usual. We have I once again I am anime-less this week. I've been catching up on shit.
Anime not.
Yeah, we're right here at the end of May, so I'm gonna probably pick some more back up soon. But that anime is one of my new awesome favorite things. But I do need to take it in doses, and I'm not going to say small doses. I'm going to say I'll watch the entirety of a series.
Macro doses.
Yeah, and then take a break and watch shows with real people in them.
Intermittent fasting.
Yeah, exactly. That way I appreciate it more later. But we have, I've been watching, I got caught up on Succession, which is fine. I got caught up on Barry, which I'm starting to really dislike. I do not like, spoiler alert, I do not like season 4 at all. It's the final season. I think they have fucked it up.
Wow.
I don't like it. I think it's boring and stupid. And I think I think this ended up being a situation where possibly HBO or somebody went to them at the middle of last season and said, "Oh yeah, by the way, you've got one more season. You need to wrap this up." They're doing a bad job of it, and I would love to hear anyone that's watching Barry. I would love to hear your take on it, because I think the default for everybody I know that I speak with on a fairly regular basis that watches the show, I think there's an expectation that I'm supposed to like this season. Everybody's, I don't think I'm going to get honest opinions from the people that are around me because I don't think they want to admit that this is not a good season of the show, because it's going to be disappointing that it's the final season. So I don't know. It's just my opinion. I could be wrong.
I know it's different. I haven't watched Barry,
It's
but Bill
dark.
Hader was just on Conan's podcast. And that was a good listen. I recommend that. And he it's mentioned in that episode that it's a departure.
It is a complete departure, and it's dark and it's annoying. It's just not. I don't know. I don't dislike the series. I just dislike this season. So take it for what you will. I'm not the expert. If anybody's interested in watching Barry, I recommend it. Just be prepared for something different in season 4. I'm caught up to Ted Lasso. We've got one more episode for that season, and I have a real sinking, sad, heart-wrenching feeling that they're going to end the show.
Really?
I thought that was already announced.
I don't know because I'm
last season.
I'm not on anything, and I don't follow anything that I watch on like Reddit or anything like that because I don't want to know. So yeah, it may very well be they're setting it up that this is the most recent episode is set it up. I cannot once again recommend more highly a show
I'm waiting for it to be done, then I'll watch
to
it.
watch.
But it's amazing.
A wonderful, wonderful television show, and if it went on forever, I would never complain because I love it. I love Ted Lasso. I don't know if it's because I'm not a soccer fan. I'm not a soccer hooligan. You know, I don't know anything about it, but I think that's the way Ted Lasso is when he goes to coach this team. He doesn't know anything about football, right? And I cannot get enough, and I will rewatch the whole series again just because it's joyful. I love it.
How many seasons are there of it?
4 so far.
Okay.
Is it 4?
I think it's 3.
It's 3. That's right. It is 3. We're in the 3rd season, and I think it's getting ready to end.
Mm-hmm.
But I also did a rewatch of season 1 of Severance. I don't remember if I talked about Severance before.
I think you mentioned it because I think that's how I know about it.
Adam Scott's Apple TV Plus show.
When he's not at work, he doesn't remember work.
Right. He'll go he works for a company called Lumen. Lumen puts a implant in their heads, and when they go down in the elevator and they cross into the zone, they no longer have any recollection of their life outside of work. So this has essentially created a dichotomy of this is essentially a new person, and their whole life is work. And they'll illustrate this by when you see things from the worker, from his point of view in the workplace. He'll get on the elevator, and then the very next thing he sees is the elevator opening back up, and it's 8:00 in the morning, and it's time to go back to work. And I got to talking about it with a friend of mine at work, and it got me kind of thinking about it again, so I rewatched the first season. Top 5 all-time television shows for me is Severance. If for anyone that hasn't watched it that may have heard me talk about it before, I apologize if I'm repeating myself, but I cannot stress highly enough how excellent and confusing and scary this show is. It makes you ask all these really weird questions that you might not have ever thought to ask in the past. Great fucking show. Easy watch. It's like 6 or 8 episodes. They go really fast. I even got John Turley to fucking watch it. If that tells you anything, John dropped everything and started watching Severance, and now he can't stop talking about it. Besides Adam Scott, Patricia Arquette is in it.
I like Patricia Arquette.
Well, she's really great for many reasons. She's got another new show that I'm watching right now on Apple TV Plus called High Desert. Severance is in a weird hiatus because of the writer's strike.
Right.
They were going to start working on the second season like a couple months ago, but I think it was in the air that the strike was coming, and they didn't want to get in the middle of something and have to stop. So Ben Stiller is the guy that directs that show. He's kind of the
Cool.
I don't know
I
if
didn't
he's
know
the
that.
showrunner, but I know he directed most of the first season's episodes. And I think he's an executive producer as well. But he has said that season 2 is coming, but because of the strike, I don't think they have a great idea of when that will be, and I think they want to make sure they're on point with it and that it's done right.
I wish Conan was still on the air during this writer's strike. Because, man, Conan
was
during
great.
the last writer's strike
Yeah.
was so fucking good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
But the first season leaves you hanging real hard on a real big holy fuck cliffhanger, and I would be so upset if they don't have a season
If there's
2.
no resolution to that.
But it was worth it either way because it's fucking excellent. But her new show, High Desert, is on Apple TV Plus. It just started. It's pretty cool. It's more of a comedy. So I not going to get too much into that, but I would recommend that as another easy watch. And then I spent a lot of time with Apple TV Plus this week. another new show on there called Silo that has just started, which I would like to also refer to as Fallout Shelter, the TV series.
Okay.
I think I truly,
that's the one where people like
they live in a
I
silo.
want to go outside.
They live in
and
if they say I want to leave, they leave. It's a scorched earth thing. The show opens with this sort of pledge that they have, and there's like 10,000 people living in this underground, what they call the silo. It's just gigantic cylinder of living structures and things, and they say, we don't know who built the silo. We don't know what the world outside is like. We only know that it's not safe to live there, and so on and so forth. So going outside is essentially a death sentence, and they have this thing where 140 years ago there was a rebellion, and the rebellion was put down, but as a result of the rebellion they wrote their sort of constitution, which they refer to as the Pact. And as one of the biggest violation of the Pact is to say you want to go out, you want to leave and go outside. If you say it out loud, you are expected to go. You are forced to leave. So they put like a hazmat suit on you and send you out the fucking door. They have this one sort of sensor. They call it a sensor, but it's like outside the structure, there's a camera. And that camera shows what the world is like on the outside. It's almost like a window. And so what you're expected to do if you break the rule and say you want to leave, they ask that you clean the lens of the sensor when you go out. You don't have to, but you're given the materials with which to clean the lens so that it's a clear view, because it gets dirt and stuff on it. And so their view of the outside world is cloudy and dusty and dirty. So you go out, if you're extracted, if you're expelled from the silo, then you go out and you clean it. But usually what will happen is they'll clean the lens, they'll take about 12 steps, and after about 3 minutes, they just fall dead. And so the view that the people inside the silo have is this dead body, and it just lays there, right? Yeah. Felicia Rashad, not Felicia Rashad.
I wish it was Felicia Rashad.
I wish it was Felicia Rashad. Good God, I'm so old.
Ahmad Rashad.
What's the girl's name from Parks and Rec? Not
Anne
from Parks and Rec.
Mm-hmm.
Why am I having trouble with her name?
Rashida Jones.
Rashida Jones. Thank you. God. Felicia
I was trying.
Who's her dad? Quincy Jones. Quincy Jones, Rashida Jones.
I think Felicia Rashad was in the Creed movies as.
See, I haven't seen. Melissa watched those and loved them. I've only seen the first one.
She's his mother. But
okay.
I'm a child of the 70s and 80s. If the word Rashad comes up, the name Rashad, I'm going to immediately go to Felicia Rashad for some reason. Anyway, she's in it. And have you ever, I don't know if you know if her name will be familiar to you at all. Sorry, good podcasting. Did you ever see Dr. Sleep?
Mm-mm.
It was a sequel to her
Shining.
name. Her name's Rebecca Ferguson. I don't know if her name rings a bell to you, but she's the main character in this, and she's fantastic. That show is still underway as of this recording, and I got caught up on that today. Like, I watched all of the available episodes today because I could not stop. So,
it's a testament.
Apple TV Plus is pretty great. They've got some pretty good shit on Apple TV Plus. So, Silo, give it a shot. And then the other thing I was just going to mention, Dave, you brought up that the last day of school.
Yeah, it was today.
This past week for us. Yesterday for Cohen was yesterday.
Yeah, I think city schools got out earlier because county schools they rack up the snow days.
Yeah, we do not. I think it was either yesterday or Tuesday. I can't remember, but it was really cool because on his last day, so Cohen does this advanced accelerated reader thing.
Yeah.
He loves reading, and he's in kindergarten. Well, he'll be in first grade next year, but he reads at like a fourth grade level. It's because he picked it up real quick, and I've talked about that on the show before. But anyway, as part of the accelerated reader program, he earns points, and so I guess he got like probably the second most points out of his class. But also, he was entered into a drawing and won a bike. They had a
awesome.
drawing, and he won a brand new bike from Bike World. And so they went, and he didn't know. We knew this like the week before that he had won the bike, but we were told not to say anything.
They were going to make a big deal about it at school, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
they did. What they ended up doing was he had to go. They had him come and sit in on the third grade graduation in the auditorium at his school, and then he does, and he doesn't know why he's at this because there's like this is third. I don't understand, but he he's a fucking 6 years old. He does what he's told.
Right, yeah.
So he's sitting there doing his thing. He turns around and
Fuck, if my boss said, go to this third grade graduation, I'd be like, okay.
right. His
You got it, boss.
Sounds good.
I'm still getting paid, right? I'm still getting paid. Then, yep. All right, I'm going.
Yeah, this isn't like a new phrase of you're fired, is it? Like I'm on the internet. What does go to a third grade graduation mean?
Somebody's going to a third grade graduation for that.
Well, anyway, he's sitting there, and he turns and looks, and Gage and Tanya are both there. And he's even more confused. Like, what the fuck are they doing here? Like, he doesn't know. Anyway, they call his name, and he comes up, and they give him the bike, and he's pretty excited about it. He'll probably never ride it because he's scared to death of it.
Henry is too. He fell off the bike once, and
Yeah, I think
they kind of game over.
They tried to teach him how to ride, and he's not there yet. He'll get there, but anyway, yeah. So Cohen won a bike, and that was neat. Cohen's had these little things happen. The day he was born, he was the first baby born on Labor Day that year, the year of our Lord 2016, when Donald Trump was president, elected. Anyway, he was the first baby born.
When we shifted into the darkest timeline. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. He was the first baby born on Labor Day at that hospital. And as a result of that, they won like a year's supply of diapers and a fucking super excellent car seat and all this other baby stuff.
That's
Just
awesome.
like he's like always winning little things like that. I'm hoping that trend continues for him.
Yeah, really.
His Fallout score, he's got like an 8 in luck. So,
Right,
yeah.
exactly.
I'm sure it will. Yeah, I'm sure it'll continue.
I think he probably inherited that from my dad. My dad's that guy I told you he wins when he plays slot machines. And
Right.
He's just at random, he'll just win things. It's like the kid on Vegas Vacation.
Sure.
Put in a coin, I want a car. Pull the lever, what a car. He wins like 5 cars while he's there. But anyway, that's all I had this week.
If you guys want to take some calls?
Yeah, you want to take some calls? Do you want to do a draft at all, or
What are we doing?
yeah, what are we doing?
Are we just gonna get right to the
I'd
meat?
say let's drive through. We got a year's worth of calls to do still.
Okay.
The number is
Jump through.
slowly diminishing, but we're still at 411 unlistened calls.
Give us a call, 270-883-2555. Add
Yep.
to the pile.
But we've been good. We've been good. The last few weeks we've been playing these calls, so hopefully we will get set up and going on this.
And this episode brought to you by former Master of Coin Ryan for saying that he really enjoyed
Yep.
the last episode.
Made me feel good. Yeah.
I know people like the calls, so I'm glad we're able to do them again and everything's good. So, here we go. This call, January 17th, 2022, comes in from 562. See how well that works? Trying again.
TADPOG, this is Michelle. So I've been listening to your episode, and you're talking about black-eyed peas, cabbage, and sausage
New Year's
as
food.
a
New Year's
meal
food. Mhm.
for New Year's Eve. Because one of your dads is superstitious, and you like it, and it sounds good. But I'm like, what the hell are you
Regular
talking
stitious.
about? I have no idea what this is. And it's because I'm not Southern. Found out it dates back from the Civil War, and that's what the Confederates survived on. So.
Oh, here we go again. here comes where Michelle talks about how southern we are and how fucking redneck we are, and now we're probably fucking Confederates because I eat fucking black eyed peas and cabbage on New Year's Day.
Oh, she just got ants in her pussy again.
Here we go. Michelle continues.
For anybody that first time called, she did call and say she had ants in her pussy once. I'm not being weird.
I was with John the other day at lunch. Me and him and a coworker went to lunch together, and this coworker is a female. Mm-hmm. And so John throws on TADPOG, and it happens to be one of the times when you were saying that. So John, it was awesome hearing John explain to her why Tyler keeps saying something about having ants in her pussy. So.
John's coworker, you're just gonna have to start from episode 1 if you want to get all of it.
Yeah. Yep.
I says to Mabel, you got ants in your pussy.
All right. Michelle continues.
Oh, okay. I'm sure that it's probably before then too, but that's one article I found. So I'm not Southern, and I've never heard of it, but it does sound good, and I think it's fun to eat. So there you go. I just think it's a odd tradition. Okay, bye.
Thank you for giving us permission.
It's an odd tradition.
But I'm okay
I
with
suppose
it.
all traditions are somewhat odd when you really break down the reality.
Like
of
funerals.
I had no idea.
And the whole process, everything behind them.
The origin of that. That was just a thing that, I don't know, my parents did and their parents did, and then I guess probably their Confederate parents did.
Probably. Yes. And to be fair, I guarantee you that is a Southern thing that's been handed down since probably before the Civil War.
Probably.
So.
In another life, I had in-laws that were from Jersey, and they did it. So it's not strictly a Southern thing.
All right.
And I'm half joking. I'm almost positive both sides of my family immigrated after the Civil War. So we were doing atrocities in other countries.
Right. Mine have been here since the before times.
Yeah.
So my people have been around a minute. From what I understand, I'm descendant of horse thieves.
Okay.
I've always said that.
Yeah.
You look like a horse
look
thief.
like you might be a horse
Clear as
thief.
day.
Ian, that horse thief looking motherfucker.
You steal one horse. And suddenly you're a fucking horse thief.
At least you're not
No
a
one's
sheep
ever
fucker.
asked me why I stole
Well,
the
that's
horse.
what a chandler is. It's a horse thief.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've been chandlerized. Fuck. I tied my horse up. I went to the saloon. Now it's gone.
Chandler means candle maker.
Oh, that's right. I knew that at one point.
I've never made a candle, but I'm not going to comment on whether or not I've stolen a horse
Maybe you should start making candles.
while stealing horses. I'll make candles on horseback of horses I've stolen.
Yeah.
It's easy.
You
right? You
I
can do
mean,
that.
candle making runs in your blood. I would think you'd be able to do that.
You know, it'd be funny if like I started just doing it as a hobby and it turned out that I
You're
was
great.
really good at it, then live up to my namesake.
Yeah. The ancestral ley line kicks in.
Right. I'm where I need to be.
Yeah. Scented candles by Ian.
I'll steal horses from Yankee Candle.
Okay.
You do that, and then I'll live up to what my dad wanted me to do, and I'll start laying tiles.
Okay. We
As
could have a
as a
candle
tiler.
making /
Oh my
tile
God.
business.
Because I
gotta
remember
be
looking that
laying
up, everybody
tile.
talking about what their name meant. I remember, what does my name mean, Tyler? Layer of tiles. Wonderful.
Kind of on the nose, but hey, it's a living. I know a guy who does that for a living, makes a lot of money at it. All right. Next call is from, you guessed it, Terrified Michelle.
Hi, TADPOG. It's Terrified Michelle. Okay, so the fastest swimmer, Michael Phelps, is supposed to be 6 miles an hour, but apparently he can be on a freestyle. He can do 4 miles an hour. I don't know how accurate that is. I looked it up. And Papa's on chairs. Okay, they were really big in the 90s because of the 90s, the 70s are back. Now that the 90s are back again, the 70s are also back, so Papasan chairs forever. Until the 90s goes away, please stop soon. Okay, bye.
No, Anna desperately wanted a Papasan chair.
I remember.
Home Goods.
I remember the story.
Oh,
I think
yeah.
that's why she called.
And she promptly does not use it and hates it now.
They're not comfortable.
No.
But
I wish I could feel my feet when I sat in this chair.
Right? I wish my legs weren't going numb. I wish I could get out of this chair.
You need like a pulley, just like a trapeze to like.
Well, you know,
pull
they made
yourself
the
up.
Papazons that hung from the ceiling.
Right.
Which were probably even harder. to do.
Yeah, I bet. Those need like an escape hatch on the bottom.
Or like
Wicker
something to
prisons, as
lower
we
it,
call
like
them.
a hydraulic system. We had one in the 90s as well. And yep, hated that thing.
There's one back in the garage right now. In the way back beside the the horse I keep sealed away to drag out and be.
You got a
and
horse back
Josh.
there? You got a
Don't
horse
you
back
steal
there?
my horse.
You got a horse?
My horse and my Josh Nance that are both in cryostasis back there.
Yo, you need that horse, man? All right.
Don't you dip your wick in my horsey.
How many hands that horse?
How does Gums look?
I don't know, but it's only 1 horsepower. So all right.
It's got to be insulting to really strong horses. You know what I mean?
What do you mean? I'm the same power as that weak motherfucker over there?
Right, exactly. So yeah, sorry, you're a horse. Try not being born a horse, I guess.
Better look next
Be
time.
born a car. And you'll have many horsepower. All right. Michelle is back.
Okay, so my pants that I told you about with the ant bites have a short crotch, and so I also have the longest butt crack in the world.
Did we all catch that?
I heard
the longest butt crack in the whole world.
The
And she's
pants-
talking about the ants, and she's talking
The ants pants.
the ants' pants. The crotch was
Real short.
short. What's a short crotch mean?
The pants I told you about with the ants have a short crotch.
Are you talking about shorts?
Are they shorts or are
they
we talking
pants?
about like
short pants?
Her crotch is very shallow.
are they low riders and that means so the
I think she basically said it came up to her butt crack, but it's a very long butt crack.
It's a long. Okay.
okay. She has the longest butt crack in the world apparently.
I'm gonna need you to measure
Yeah,
that.
we
and
need-
then
Call
tell us how
Guinness.
long
Call
it
Guinness.
is.
Call Guinness.
Otherwise I don't believe it. All right,
We will all measure our butt cracks in turn and see if Michelle wins.
she continues.
You don't know yours offhand?
It's
I'm a
changed.
good 13-incher.
I put on some weight, so I think it's changed.
That's just a myth. That doesn't change it.
All right, here we go.
Even Abby can tell you this. I have a very long butt crack, so that's why they stuck out. And also, having it be panties, the pants are the waist is low, not the legs. The legs are still long.
Okay.
And my cat, I don't remember if I told you, we don't know how she got a swollen face, but we think that her and Bit were wrestling, and Bit probably clawed her and it got infected. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Yeah, she answered. I mean,
She covered it.
She covered it.
Right.
Low rise. Low rise, long pants.
Another call from 562.
It's my next steampunk gnome.
Yeah. Low rise, long pants.
Okay, TADPOG. I really appreciate that Ian can translate Michelle under a windstorm.
He's
My
good.
butt is fine now. It's back to looking just so beautiful. And my cat is also fine.
Good.
The butt healed pretty, actually it took several weeks. And the cat also took several weeks to heal.
Is she talking about an actual cat? I can't remember.
Yeah.
Is this a
Or is
euphemism?
it a use of... Well, she...
Maybe a little from column A, a little from column B.
Her cat is like Dorian Gray's portrait. So
Oh.
whenever she gets injured, the cat's face also gets injured.
Gotcha. Perfect. That makes perfect sense. All right, here we go.
So just to let you know, these are answers to questions that you forgot about. And I have to tell you because I listen to the podcast and then I call you back with answers to the questions.
Don't
Okay, bye.
don't you assume we forget everything. I mean, a lot of things we do, but no, not the ants in your pussy and the cat who was hurt.
All right. Michelle called back. January 18th, 2022, 8:36 a.m. This tells me this is going to be a commute from work call or to work call.
Okay, TADPOG. I found
Nailed it.
the microphone in the car. So, if I direct my face to the microphone while keeping my eyes on the road, of course, maybe that will help. I also turned off all the air, and then the rest is freeway noise. I can't help. I'm not magic. I'm sorry. But I wanted to say I love the Fourth Matrix, but I'm also easy to please. And my brother the other day was asking me all these questions, like, nobody knows why, Lawrence Fishburne isn't in it, and I'm like, is it Lawrence Fishburne? I don't remember who's in it. Anyway, and he's all like, well, why didn't they ask him, and blah, 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 and I'm like, you have to watch the movie. And he's like, trying to explain, he's like, but nobody understands him wrong. You have to watch the movie. And he's all like, just asking me a bunch of questions that are dumb like that. He's like, but they have Neo and Trinity. And I'm all like, you have to watch the movie. I can sit here and explain to you every detail of the movie, but I'm not going to. Just watch the damn movie, and all those questions will be answered, and you'll have a whole bunch of new questions. I don't know if this is any good call, better call, worse call, same call, but there you go. Bye.
Same call. Thank you for asking.
I don't know what happened there.
She was talking about the new
She's
Matrix
talking about
movie,
the recent Matrix movie.
Okay.
and someone was
And
asking
her brother
was asking if Lawrence Fishburne was in it.
Why is Lawrence Fishburne not in it?
Why,
But-
where Cowboy Curtis?
Cowboy Kurt. It's like you saw
Bang, bang,
through
pow, pow.
through my brain. You pulled that out.
That was from my brain, motherfucker. Bow! Go feed your horse.
Also the King of the Bowery into John Wick movies.
Oh, I've heard those are great. I'd love to
I
watch
watched
it.
number 4 this past week.
I'd love to watch a John Wick.
I didn't like the most recent Matrix movie, and I'll tell you why. I loved the story. I loved Keanu Reeves. I love everything about it except Jada Pinkett Smith is in it.
Ooh.
And I realized she was in the other movies, but I didn't hate her then. And I do hate her now. She's human garbage, and I refuse to watch at least that part of the movie. When she comes on, I walk away because I cannot stand that woman. And I really, truly, honest to God, wish they had left her out of it. But that's just me. I
Have
could be wrong.
Tanya be like Melissa's dad with Titanic, where he cut the boobs out. The scene.
Just, yeah, how do you do that now?
No, we still don't know. We still don't know how he did it.
Well, I mean that was VHS, right?
Yeah.
I mean he went in there and cut it. I mean he edited like
Taped it, scotch taped
had
it
to
back
have,
together.
had to have, right? I mean, but how do you do that on streaming? Dear Netflix, please,
Please edit boobies.
right? Could you route it? Could there be a trick where it's like
You'd have to use AI. You know,
like if a file's trying to be accessed on whatever streaming service it is, instead it
yeah,
plays
you have
it.
like an AI proxy set up that knows
Jada
how to
Pinkett
look
filter?
for boobs or Jada Pinkett and filters it out. Now, if they could replace her with someone else with AI, that would be fine. But otherwise, I'm just gonna have to avert my eyes.
I didn't realize she was. I didn't see the new Matrix.
Yeah, I mean, she was in 2 and 3.
What?
Well, for one thing, it
2
was like
and 3?
years and years ago.
They made two. They made more of those movies.
No,
I like the Animatrix.
I never watched that one.
It was good. I liked it.
2 and 3 were weak, but this most recent one is good. It's just it's politics now for me on that one. So we've got another call coming in, this time from the 828.
Okay. Just Brew Pounder.
Motherfucking TADPOG. It's your VR boy, Brew Pounder.
What's up, Brew Pounder?
I can't say single elegant honk anymore because I haven't seen Dave stream on Twitch in like a month.
Yeah, I don't.
I hope he's being healthy and happy.
Well, I mean, you listen to the show every week, right?
I guess
Right.
not. Right? Yeah. The Anakin Padme meme.
Perfect.
with his new job and seeing his family all the time. But miss you on Twitch, buddy. Anyways, just got my VR set all set up with the battery pack, and I got the new headset, the Kiwi design. It's got a hinge, so I don't have to take it off to drink beer anymore.
Nice.
So,
Now this is so is this like a welder's mask kind of situation?
It sounds like it.
Yeah, so you can like you
Flip
strap
it
it
up.
around your head, flip it up, chug a beer.
It does suck trying to drink anything while you're wearing a VR headset.
Right, unless you've got like a straw or something, right?
That is true. And
But-
then you would just look silly.
Right.
And very feminine.
Got my Miller Lite with my little plastic straw.
So it's going to really increase my VR playability while drinking. Really excited for that. But would you rather, since you're all soda boys, would you rather one can
Soda jerks.
in every 12-pack be always 90 degrees Fahrenheit? Just magically, no matter what you do, you put it on ice, you open it up, the can feels cold, but 1 out of every 12 is a warm soda at 90 degrees Fahrenheit.
Okay.
Not enough to burn you, but it's hot.
Enough to piss you off.
Or one can out of that 12-pack be surprise milk, and you only know it's milk when you take that first swig. Would you rather? Love you, bye.
I think I've got this one solved, if you don't mind.
No, please.
I would choose the hot one because you could tell which one that one is, and then you could just throw it away. And then essentially you're buying 11 packs.
Or you combine them into a wall that's always 90 degrees.
Ooh, a 90 degree
Use it as a
wall.
thing.
The classic
Yeah.
90 degree
Yeah.
wall. Yeah, you're right.
You could floor your house in it, so it's always
the
warm.
predator would
Nice
never
warm
find you
floors.
in your room built out of 90 degree sodas.
Everything is red.
But try that shit with milk, it'll fucking murder you.
90-degree soda wall. Best predator defense. Why did Arnold not think of this?
It's true.
I'm with you. I wouldn't want one to just be milk. That would be terrible. You're expecting fresh, cold, or possibly 90-degree soda. You take a big old swig of it, and it's milk. No thanks.
I'm assuming you can tell it's hot from touching the can, but maybe not. Maybe it feels like a
He
normal.
did say magically hot, so I'm wondering if maybe
So maybe it's just hot
it
inside.
seems normal until you open it, and then you've got a 90-degree soda inside a freezing cold can.
That might change my answer because I just answered that way because just fuck it. 12 packs are now 11 packs. They're officially, you find the hot one, throw it out. But you could do that anyway. Either way, you can just pop
and
it.
it'd be hot and melt your ice or whatever, or take a sip and be like, God, this burns my mouth, and throw it out.
I hate hot soda.
Me too.
Yeah. I hate.
I have not refrigerated soda in years.
You have not had refrigerated.
Decades even.
You have not had refrigerated soda.
Nope, it's always sitting beside the fridge, in the floor, in the garage.
Ooh boy,
You just drink it that way?
you like it that
Why do you
way?
pour it
I've
over
gotten-
ice?
I've gotten used to it, or will pour it over ice.
That's not bad pouring it over
For
ice.
here, we just don't have room in the fridge, and then the rest of the family doesn't like cold soda.
Yeah. Whew, boy. Yeah.
That is a hot take for me because
Yeah.
I am a freezing cold soda guy.
Yeah.
I would prefer to put it in there.
Yeah.
And everybody likes cold Gatorade, so we put Gatorade in the fridge, but everything else is. I just got used to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I think I would rather, if I can't tell that it's hot by touching the can, I think I'd rather milk because I don't love milk. I don't drink milk for leisure, but I like
You
milk.
don't like a good leisure milk.
I don't. But I do like
I don't know. The
milk
kids
more
do.
than hot soda. What about flat soda? What would you rather, hot soda or flat soda?
If I had to pick
Yeah,
one,
you have to pick one. You could have ice cold flat soda.
do I have to
Yeah.
drink
Or
the
fine.
whole thing, or is it just what I discover it to be when I open it?
Just
and I can discard it.
If you were given the choice, like if an angel showed up and was like, Ian, you must choose one. Which one would you choose? There are no rules.
I do flat and cold before I do hot.
Flat and cold before hot.
Yeah.
Hot and bubbly.
Hot and bubbly. Unless I'm going to fill a hot tub with soda and soak in it. I have no reason. I have no use for hot soda. So
I hate both equally.
some people like warm Dr. Pepper. Like some people will take.
Isn't that originally how it was supposed to be?
Yeah,
served?
you
It
like
was a
heat
hot
it up
drink.
like a tea or something
For the
You serve it-
humors?
Serve it hot.
Yeah, it had medicinal value. I feel like. Yeah. Yeah,
Let's put that
I
in
think you're
quotes.
right.
Yeah. It was sold as having
A good medicinal
value.
soda.
But I could
still
also
hear it work sometimes.
Yeah.
Just roll. I just have to. Yeah, okay. So did you settle your stomach? Okay. Okay.
I
sure.
could see warm hot Dr. Pepper being something I would be willing to try because of the flavors in it and because it was at one point served hot. So I would try it, but at the same time I would prefer it cold.
There are like those winter ads, right, of Dr. Pepper, where it's like let's try it hot. Yeah,
They do it. They still advertise for that. So
they still do. Oh man,
occasionally you might see a random commercial where
And Milk and Pepsi. You seen those
Yeah,
commercials?
yeah.
Lindsay Lohan fixing Milk and Pepsi.
what? I
Yeah.
have not seen this.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Link in the show notes.
Please link me, baby.
good question, Brew Pounder.
Yeah.
We love you too.
All right, we've got another call coming in from the 562.
Hi, TADPOG. Okay, Ian. I hope that you're still on the show. I assume
I
that you
am.
are
Yes.
and that you're just going to be a permanent guest host.
I am.
And
Host.
if you're not, I will be sad.
I'm not a guest host anymore.
Host.
I'm a host. It's official.
I wanted to let you know that I floss every day.
Yay.
Now, sometimes I forget. But most of the time, like 90% of the time, I floss every day.
I'm so
90% of the time, I
90% of the
floss
time.
every day.
80% of the time it works every time. I'm so proud. I love that I've had this influence on some people.
Oh yeah, dude, I floss every day.
I love that
mean,
I-
every day.
that,
If I don't,
like-
if I don't fucking floss, I feel it.
Yeah.
Like my teeth feel
Yeah.
itchy. Like I floss
need it.
every day.
Yes.
And you set me on that path.
I'm so glad to have done that for some people.
It
I
was-
hope it's helpful.
I was scared. It was tough, man, because for
'cause
a
you
month
couldn't really do
I
it.
didn't floss the tooth that had the temp crown on it because they were like, "Be real careful with this, and if it breaks or comes off, you have to come back, and we have to put another one of these on, or your teeth will shift." So I made a conscious decision. I was like, "We're not gonna fucking floss this motherfucker. Like this guy. We're just gonna you're on break."
but it
for a
but
month.
it made you uneasy. 'Cause you
Yeah,
had to
no, I
skip
hated
that
it.
one.
But I also didn't use it a lot,
Right.
so I guess
Probably a good balance.
I use mouthwash though to try to kind of
Yeah.
cut it.
Something is better than nothing. All right, let's go.
Day. Mostly because I have gingivitis. And I have to-
Gingivitis.
I mean, I had to before, but, I don't want I want to get rid of that. But yes, I floss every day now, and, but only once a day. But, it's baby steps. Baby
Yeah, I get it.
What she said only when
She flosses now, but only once a day. I only floss once a day too.
Okay.
Sometimes I do it twice a day. The problem is that when I'm tired, I want to go to sleep.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's real
What
tough.
about
to-
Rex Ronan? Going to bed.
Right.
Well, your best time to do it is before you go to bed.
Yeah.
But I do floss in the afternoon after lunch and then before I go to bed at night.
Maybe I could keep some floss at work and like. Really,
I do.
really
I
weird some
actually,
people out.
since I've started having to, well, it is funny you mentioned it. Since I've started having to work at the office 3 days a week again, with my new position there, I brought, because I have this routine every day at lunch, I drink a glass of fiber supplement with emergency
Yeah.
mixed in, and then I brush and floss my teeth. I brought floss, toothpaste, and
The
my
supplies.
toothbrush, and keep all that shit at my desk. And a fiber and emergency, I keep it all at my desk, and I make it a part of my afternoon ritual.
I've got a big thing
every
of
day.
beta fiber in my office. So
Yeah.
my A1C is down from 6.7 to 6.3. So I'm coming off that pre-diabetes
That's
strain.
awesome.
Yeah, that's great.
Really good to hear. But yeah, I was concerned that if I didn't do that, I would lose out on some of my flossing and some of my oral health. And I'll go in the break room and be, standing over. I don't do it in the bathroom. I don't floss. I don't brush we don't keep our toothbrushes and stuff in the bathroom at my house.
Because of the poo particles?
Because of the poo particles.
Yeah.
We keep it in the kitchen.
Yeah, we have cases for our for our toothbrushes.
We brush and floss and stuff in the kitchen because it's just how we've always been. But I will bring it into the break room, and if there's people in the break room like eating, I gotta hide my flossing. They know I'm flossing, but I'm trying not to be like gross, like fucking kingpin about it and flicking food particles everywhere, And I'm like, I'm sorry if it bothers you. And most of the time, there's either that don't comment or like, no, it's fine, dude. And
is that flat floss?
Is that flat? Is that wax? Now, do you like the minty
Mint flavor?
or non-minty?
Hey, my dentist said it's okay to eat that.
Okay. See, I'm not a dentist. I just floss.
My wife likes pulling the floss out of my asshole.
Who doesn't?
I like pulling the floss out of your asshole.
Thank you. That's why I do it.
But I've had...
It's like a carnival game.
I had somebody...
Tapeworm or floss?
You guys feel like drawing straws.
I had somebody come in.
That's a hair. It's a hair. That's a hair.
Oh, I know. This one's stuck on there. I had someone come in while I was flossing at work the other day, and they're like, "Are you flossing?" I'm like, yes. And my standard answer is, good oral hygiene keeps me from having more teeth pulled out of my head, of which I've now had 3 of my permanent teeth pulled. And so now I'm super conscious about taking care of them because I wasn't as conscious about it growing up. They might start flossing now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just because I use myself as an example of, you're gonna have to get your teeth pulled, you're gonna have gingivitis, which Michelle mentioned she has gingivitis.
You're like Prison Mike.
Right. Michelle, gingivitis, emergency, a pack of that every day. Mixed with water. It's delicious. It's slightly fizzy. Get more vitamin C, and that will help with your gingivitis and your scurvy if you have that.
Boy, do I.
But brush and floss, that's good stuff. Michelle continues.
So, there you go. I just thought I'd let you know that, and I thought you guys would be happy about that.
I'm very happy
Absolutely.
about
And
that.
I'm sorry I didn't update you about my cat sooner than the last call, 2 or 3 calls ago, or my butt. But, yes, cat's fine, butt's fine, everything's fine. Dead people, though, are on the rise again. Not like a zombie. I mean, like, I work in a mortuary, as you know, and at the height of the pandemic, we had 318 people in our care, dead ones. And then it went down to 75, which is still high for us.
She said, I just think I
In
love
our
the way
care.
she phrases things. And I know that's probably
Right.
a corporate thing, but she goes, we had 350 in our care, dead ones.
He's like that
Dead ones.
doctor in Arrested Development.
Right?
We lost him. He's dead. No, we can't find him. He looks all right, but he's dead.
Tired of paying these high medical bills.
When it's not winter and it was summer. And then we went back up. We never got below 75, and now we're over 100 again. So, that's exciting, guys. But, vaccines are stupid, right? I mean, 5G causes COVID, all that good stuff. Okay, bye.
Yeah, I guess you had a good run during the pandemic.
Business is booming, folks. Now we're gonna start serving the cake in the break room instead of on the dead body. We have another call.
Okay.
You want to hear it?
Yes.
January 26th, 2022, 9:17 p.m.
Okay.
I wager this will be someone who is drunk or drinking,
Okay.
and it is from the 505.
Okay.
Motherfucking TADPOG. What up? It's Aaron. I'm not
Hey,
drunk.
Aaron.
I'm coming down a little bit.
Oh,
He said,
you were drunk.
he said, I'm not
Coming down
drunk.
a little bit.
As
Yeah.
if to answer my statement.
Right, right.
I did not read the transcript before I said that.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, sure. Stop lying.
Stop lying.
I wanted to talk a little bit about VR, virtual reality. So I have
Call
bought
Brew
a
Pounder.
Oculus Quest 2 recently, and as has my buddy Brew Pounder. I don't think he's tried the porn out yet, but I definitely have. And
Looking at
VR
those walls and
porn
plants.
is a different game. I wanted to talk a little bit about how cringe it can be.
Sure.
You watched porn before, you guys have, so I know.
I'm sorry.
What is this?
What?
Is he saying corn?
He's
I don't
saying,
understand.
according to the transcript, it's corn.
Okay.
I
Well,
don't-
yeah, I've watched corn before.
He said, so I bought an Oculus Quest recently and has my buddy Groofonder.
Groofonder. That's my gnome's
Is it-
name in the steampunk. Groofonder.
It just means a groove founder. I have come to talk about the virtual realities.
I don't think he has tried the corn out yet.
He's tried the corn.
How do you
Wanted-
catch
He
groove
told his
founder?
mom
Corn.
about the corn. He's definitely checked out the corn.
Y'all need to talk more. We're talking through our show and call each other.
I love that you're talking through our show. Yeah, I'll pass that message along.
He said earlier,
Next episode.
earlier, Tyler says he needs to call Brew Pounder. No, my buddy Brew Pounder recently. Y'all need to talk. Call continues.
Know that. So, the girl will be talking. She'll be saying, oh, you like my big tits, so you like my pussy, and
And you can't yada yada tits and pussy.
Man, I'm feeling fucking seduced right now.
I'm so horny. Say again.
Fucks. I'm right there. Come on.
Oh yeah.
it's a little different when you're in VR because you're watching it from the perspective of the guy who is not you, and the guy does some weird stuff. He will respond to the questions with like a thumbs up or an okay symbol, which is very cringe and very weird. So I wanted to follow up and ask, what is the most cringe thing or weirdest thing you have seen in porn?
Oh,
Let
God.
me know. Hopefully this makes it through the call screener.
It's called e-fuck.
Yeah, I was about to
guys
say.
For the record, we fired the call screener. Actually, the call screener quit on us because it's like those guys that have to
Just too expensive.
screen,
Very
potentially sexually explicit material for a living. It's just after a while, you can't do it anymore, and you have to walk away. So we don't filter these or screen them anymore. We're just playing them all. If we stop one right in the middle and say nope, then
Yeah.
we might edit that out. But don't
Don't
take
think
it
that's an
personally.
invitation either.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that.
Oh, the fuckers ain't filtering calls anymore. 270-883-2555.
Dicks and pussies.
I mean, that's fine. I'm okay. My line's a lot farther than that.
For the record, we do still edit the show,
Baba Booey.
so there might your shit might still not make it on. All right, weirdest thing you've seen in porn in corn.
I mean, it's whatever's on eFucked. I
Yeah.
mean, seriously. I mean,
That is the ultimate compilation of all things porn cringe.
yeah. That might be,
I don't want to spoil anything for you.
I
Just go
know.
to e-fucked.
but all the good stuff isn't there anymore. Like,
Yeah.
there's fine stuff on there, I suppose. I don't know.
I need some classic e-fucked.
I know. I gotta confess, I haven't been to eFucked in like, it's been a
It's been a while.
long
Melissa and I
time.
used to go like at least once a month, but it's been a little while.
It's been a long time since I've been on there. Mainly because I was just bummed out that like the old stuff was just gone.
Yeah.
And there was some classics in there.
Kiss from a Rose.
Kiss from a
lost.
Rose,
Shake
yeah.
that bear.
Shake that
Bad
bear.
toilet.
I never went to eFucked, so I don't know any of this stuff.
I wish I could find the old videos just so I could just send them to you. Be
Pain
like,
Olympics.
here you go. Yeah, Pain Olympics.
Well, I've gone into detail in the past about some of the weird stuff I've seen that actually ended up turning into a fetish for me.
The pissing smoking ladies.
Pissing smoking girls. So listen to our back catalog if you want further description of that. Okay. Another call, please. This is a very brief call from 562.
Hey, TADPOG. I have an anime recommendation to make
Abby.
that I think
Abby.
is on the level of Golden Boy. It's called Backstreet Girls Goku Dolls.
Okay.
And y'all should watch it. It's fucking hilarious.
Backstreet Girls Goku doll. I'm in.
Anyways, love you guys. Bye.
Love you too. Thanks for calling.
Thanks for calling, Abby.
Okay, I'll check it out.
Yeah.
Anytime anyone recommends anime to me anymore, I'm just watching it now. I'm checking it out now. So I'll report back as soon as I've
All
watched
right, anything with
this.
Goku, I'm in.
Backstreet Girls Goku dolls. Okay. Love it. We are going to revisit. We're going to go back, all the way back to the 361. First call of February 2022, February 1st, 8:37 p.m.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Motherfucking Tadpogs. How you doing, fellas? This is Bubba Shane.
Hey, Bubba.
Bubba Shane.
I have a question for you guys. So on the most recent episode I listened to, Ian was talking about how they edit movies and how like they use like different words for that, like these Monday, Friday snakes on this Monday, Friday plane, whatever. It just so happened that I was talking about how like plate boundaries work, and anyway, long story short, we're talking about how mountains are made, and it made me think of that bit from Mr. Show with the guy who climbed Mount Everest and he knocks all the crap off the wall
Right.
over and over again.
I had forgotten. Core memory unlocked. That's a good one.
And I showed that to my students, and it made me think. And anyway, so Ian said that, and it made me think of that the bit where they do that on Mr. Show about how like the Goodfellas, but it's all edited and whatnot. Anywho, it was kind of serendipitous because I had just shown my students the Everest one, and he was talking about that, and made me think of the Goodfellas thing.
Mm-hmm.
So, anywho, my question to you fellas is, what are your favorite Mr. Show bits? Because it's fun. Anyway, love you guys. Hope y'all are doing well. I hope your families are well. And I hope to see y'all soon. Y'all have a good day. Bye.
Thanks for the call.
Yes,
You have a good day
thanks
too.
for calling, Bubba Shane. One of my favorite Mr. Show bits is mayo mustard mayonnaise.
Yeah.
Which is the thing now.
Right,
I saw
which is
it,
a
I
thing.
flipped the fuck
It
out.
They've done it. Oh God. Now I could go to my daughter's graduation. And then there was one where it's God narrating, doing a book on tape of the Bible, I think.
Oh God.
And he does an intro, and he's talking about. He gets into this bit about Terry Bradshaw from the Pittsburgh Steelers and the
Your favorite football player.
yes, and it was the Immaculate Reception, where it was in this very important football game. Terry Bradshaw just hikes one up, and they catch it to win. I mean, it was an unbelievable and very historic play. Just look up the Immaculate Reception; you'll know what I'm talking about. But anyway, it's got him as God reading into a microphone, and he's like he's reading his life story or something. I have to look the bit up again. But he's like, and people constantly be saying things to me like, thank you for the Immaculate Reception. I'm going to say, no. That Terry Bradshaw, he was just that good. I had nothing to do with that. That is another favorite bit of mine from Mr. Show. That fucking show was amazing.
Yeah.
Loved Mr. Show.
I haven't watched Mr.
Anything
Show in
Ronnie Dobbs.
so long. Ronnie Dobbs is great.
Also jumped to mind, we love our gay son.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh man, that's a great one.
And then the one where they're making noises while they think.
Oh yeah.
You know,
The trombone. Yeah.
There's
you
the
have
one
4
with
quarters for $1.
There's the one with the kid who's like fell into a vat of acid, and the heavy metal band that's like his idols coming.
Oh right. Yeah.
Because he looks like he's from Wienerville. Because it's just
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
He take the blanket off of him,
Yeah.
and he's like,
Kill
they're
yourself.
Like, oh god,
go ahead and finish the job.
sounds like Inner Sandman.
Right.
They take the blanket off of him. They try to cover him back up. He's like, no, it's nice. It feels good. The cool air feels good. It's just his little burnt arms and legs are constantly moving.
I like only British people can fly.
Cost of beef going through the fucking roof.
Yeah, absolutely.
Shit. What else? Yeah, there's God, Mr. Show is so good.
Shut up and eat it,
Shut up and
motherfucker.
eat the fucking thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that show. Thank you for bringing that
Well,
up.
that
Yeah, it
preacher,
was good.
and God said to his people, I am king shit of fuck mountain.
I still use the phrase "king
Yeah.
shit of fuck mountain."
Yeah.
God. Fuck. Okay. All right, we're getting another call here.
Goats are nature's president.
Holy shit. Holy shit. I forgot about that. The fucking house full of
They're
goats.
an nation of democracy.
Right.
Joe Foodie time.
Tony time. God.
Might have to rewatch Mr. Show now. 'Cause
Yeah.
I miss it. I need to rewatch it, refamiliarize myself with that one. Okay, here we go. We got another call. Check and make sure we're still rolling here. Okay, good. Beep. Almost closed it. Okay, I believe this is another one from Bubba Shane.
Oh, hey guys, Bubba Shane again. Sorry, I know. I'm in. Oh my God. Words. I get all frantic when I call you guys. I'm sorry.
It's all good.
Take your time.
It's okay. We're going to answer someday.
Ian had
Really
talked
be
about
fun.
how everybody when he read John's letter, I was that guy who gushed. The first time I saw Ian, I was like, "Oh, you are the reason I'm in TADPOG. Oh my God!" So he mentioned that, and I just wanted to say that yes, I was one of those "Oh my God, Ian!" And I want to say that I love that Ian's on the show. I love Ian. He's such a good person, and I really, really hope he stays around. Anyway,
He's here.
thanks again, guys. Love ya. Y'all doing great work. Appreciate it. Bye.
I'm blushing.
You are blushing.
Thank you.
You're flushed.
For the nice words. Yep, I'm still around. It's weird that we're getting into calls from when, after I started on the show.
I don't mean this in I don't mean anything other than just the facts on this. It does not feel like you have been on the show as long as you have been on the show.
Yeah.
Don't read anything into that because there's nothing behind
No,
that.
no.
But it just feels like it's. I mean,
Time passes quicker when you're
so fast, so fast.
It'll be 2 years.
I know that's
July.
Fucking wild.
It is crazy.
That is wild.
Yeah, and it's like such a it's
sixth of the show.
Yep.
Okay. I think I've passed John Turley in the number of times I've been on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah. Oh, beyond a shadow of doubt.
But I love it. I love it. I love being on the show. I'm glad that the reception to my arrival as a host has been a good one. And I'm glad that people feel that, I'm adding to the show as opposed to being a pain in the ass or something. I don't know, but it's
man.
really, really flattering to hear things like that.
Yeah.
So thank you so much, Bubba Shane. I love it. I did get the first time I went to TADPOG prom at the Arcade Expo, there was a lot of people there. In fact, Abby and Michelle were there that
Right.
year.
Yeah.
I got to meet them, which was super great to be able to meet so many people, but I did get a lot of sort of, Q list celebrity love for reading the letter and the letter from John while he was in basic training. A lot of people came up to me and gushed about that. So I'm glad I was able to brighten your all's day a little bit. So thank you. I'm embarrassed and humbled by your comments. I appreciate it. Next call from the 828.
TADPOG, it's your clammiest bro, Cody.
Hey, Cody.
I hope everyone is doing well. Long-time listener, first-time caller, and I'm nervous so I actually have notes in front of me.
We're nervous too. We're nervous too. It's okay.
A lot of old episodes lately, and I think that you guys come up with amazing ideas that never get circled back around to.
Yes.
One of my most favorite ones, and I didn't write the episode down, I should have, and I highly doubt you guys will remember, but a game where you try to catch somebody masturbating and you call it, "Hey, what are you doing in there?" DOIN apostrophe. I think that's one of the best ideas I've heard in a long time.
That sounds like a Mr. Show skit a little bit. We're trademark TADPOG.
Yeah. Hey, what are you doing in there?
Hey, what are you doing in there?
Rights reserved.
I'm also trying to rate you guys on iTunes, but even though I'm an IT person, this is difficult. They don't make it easy, so I'm going to keep working on that.
Okay.
I also want to say, Ian, you sent me down a Torai rabbit hole. I did a lot of Google searching, and that is some really interesting stuff. I'm like super interested in medical things like that, so I had a really good time with it.
Well, I'm glad I could provide the good time that keeps coming up.
I know.
In
That's
conversation. Not even just here.
Oh, really?
It comes up outside of work too, because I'll mention it and people are fascinated by this. And I truly thought everyone had that until my dentist told me otherwise. So I will not be posting pictures of the giant lump in the top of in the roof of my mouth. So don't ask. Call continues.
Also, does anybody else remember the Xbox 360 game Deadly Premonition that was very Twin Peaks-like? Been playing.
Anybody remember that
I remember
one?
hearing about it.
Yeah, I remember
about
hearing
one.
about it as well, but I never
It was
played
really bad.
Mm.
Or I think a good concept, very poorly executed was what happened with it.
Playing it again. Love it a lot. Love the show. I'm going to try to call more often.
Okay.
Hope you guys are doing great, and I'm going to lose my shit if I hear myself on an on-call show coming up. So, yeah. Clam Bro, signing out.
Clam Bro, if you're still listening 2 years later,
Here we are.
Here you are.
About a year and a half ago is when you called, and I can only imagine how terrified and upset you must be right now, having heard yourself on the show.
I feel kind of bad that it took that long, considering that homie had notes.
He had notes. I mean, we got there.
Oh, yeah. No, that was a great call.
Yeah.
Very good.
If I were to rate that call, it's a 5 out of 5.
Easily.
It's a great call.
Glad it didn't clam up.
Hey.
Hey,
Me too.
Hello.
Hello. Wisdom Sage says, check it out.
He didn't even try to muscle his way on the show. You're trying to think of one for an oyster, aren't you?
Barnacles, oysters.
Nope. I'm just reflecting. I'm not trying. I'm not good at that.
Neither are we.
Hey. I believe this is another call is coming in here
With
live.
call skills like that, he should be more boisterous.
Nope.
Be oysterous.
Boisterous.
Sounds like a name of a seafood place.
Yeah, like especially in our town.
Yeah.
Like raw, juicy
or
seafood.
Panama City Beach.
Right.
One of the two.
Right,
Paducah
yeah.
or PCB.
Yeah.
I believe this is from Nate from Utah.
Nate.
What is up? This is Nate from Utah, first-time caller, long-time listener.
Nate.
I just had a question for the crew.
I'm sorry. On your first call, we cannot allow questions.
That is true. That's an unwritten TADPOG rule.
If you could add one item to your collection of something that you already collect, price or value not being like the deciding factor, like it's bind on pickup basically, what would that item be? Currently, for me, I think I would want to add the Velvet Underground and Nico unpilled vinyl original press. Like, I think that'd be pretty sick to have because like Andy Warhol did the art, and it's also a vinyl that's really good. So I'd love to hear your thoughts on this, and love you guys. Bye.
So the question is, love you too, Nate. The question is, what one item would we want?
From something
if
we
you could
already-
add something to your
already
collection,
But I think
that
it's
you-
bind on pickup,
Right.
right? So you can't sell
Can't
it.
sell it.
Right.
Just yours. So it holds no monetary value to say, oh, I want Red River Crossing or some shit like that.
But you could get it without the cost and expense of having to fucking shell out thousands of dollars for
Right.
this thing.
Can my answer be the videos from eFuck that are disappeared?
Sure.
Mine's easily complete inbox Earthbound.
Yeah.
Easy.
Yeah, it's a shame what's happened with all that.
Yeah.
and,
Oh boy.
And especially how like
how that all went down.
Yeah, and like how expensive.
Yeah, god damn it.
That stuff is.
But even just the Earthbound, the unique Earthbound box.
Right.
You know, I never kept that. I wish I would have. But like everything about Earthbound is so unique. So I would love to have that in a shadow box on my wall.
Okay.
Ian?
For me, it would probably be some Funko Pop that I've wanted, like for my anime collection or something that has gone super rare, and I can't possibly justify spending the kind of money on. But I don't know what that would be because I'm just now starting to sort of keep track of that sort of thing and like looking for different specific. I used to buy Funkos at random. This one struck my attention. Now I'm seeking them out for a collection, and there are some like My Hero Academias that are pretty rare, things like that. But I don't know if I'm using my one gimme my rare thing. I don't know what that would be on, but probably it would be something Funko Pop related.
It looks like the most valuable Funko Pop, worth $13,300, is a limited edition glow in the dark Clockwork Orange Funko Pop.
Oh shit, that is awesome.
$13,300. Good Lord.
I would love to have that. That is cool. That is very cool.
The second most valuable looks like it is
A lot of
Game of Thrones Freddy Funko.
I was gonna say the Freddy Funkos are always really rare.
What is a
because-
Freddy Funko?
So Freddy Funko is like the mascot of Funko and Pops, and they'll like occasionally issue one Freddy as a Game of Thrones character or as something like that, and those are like super limited edition. Kind of, you probably got to go to like Comic-Con, and enter a fucking raffle to get one. type of thing.
Yeah, only 12 exist of this metallic
Lord.
Stan Lee.
Jesus.
It's worth $8,000.
I'm shocked that the Clockwork Orange one is worth more than the metallic Stan Lee.
Yeah, really.
Dumbo and Clown Paint is apparently a very valuable one.
That's my nickname in college.
Booberry.
Booberry?
Funko. Yeah, Booberry.
Nice.
It's worth $5,570.
Jeez. How much is Fruit Brute?
There is no Fruit Brute.
$2.
Fruit Brute?
Fruit Brute?
I know that the original, there was some sort of coloring mistake in Dragon Ball Z. So the original color Vegeta is also a rare Funko Pop that's worth a lot of money. The one where he's
Interesting.
like orange and brown instead of white, blue, and yellow.
They brought Dragon Ball skins back on Fortnite. I don't know if
did
I don't
they?
know if they're still in the shop or not.
I haven't played Fortnite in a month.
In a Fortnite. Oh, in two Fortnites.
In 2 Fortnites. I missed that. Damn it. I missed that opportunity.
It might still be up. It was when Henry and I played the other night.
Okay.
I pretty much only play with him, and he wanted to try out ranked because there's ranked play now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and that was a lot of fun. I mean,
Did you find the quality of the opposition to be better, or
Yes.
I mean, is that why it was more fun because it felt more challenging, or what's
No, the reason it was more fun is because I could tell that Henry was taking it more seriously,
Right.
and I thought that not only made the experience more enjoyable for me, and like proud that he was like, you know, putting effort in something.
Yeah.
You know,
it's
like
not just a casual thing.
yeah, and
Or fucking around.
so that was a lot of fun. And you know, I think we played 4 matches. We didn't win. We got second place
That's
on
good, yeah.
on 2 of them. And he didn't get upset, which is always good, you know. That's like one of the things I really like playing with him. I like playing Fortnite with him because it's really helped curb like any kind of like, I mean, he still has moments, but
Gamer
like
rage.
yeah, where it's just like, man, if you're gonna, and Nikki does it too. Nikki will normally play Minecraft with him. It's like the rule is if you freak out, if you can't control your emotions when you're playing, then we're not going to play with you.
Right. You're going to need to chill for a while.
Yeah,
and think about it.
And it's helped him, and you know, talking like you know the whole like count to 10 thing, and it's like he's receptive to like science and it's like, dude, it is science. It's they have done studies on this where it's like that works if you count to 10, like that works. Try it. And it's not like he had a huge it's not like he had huge anger issues or anything. We just kind of wanted to let's just go ahead and nip that right in the bud, and not like encourage that kind of behavior. So
yeah, I'm probably going to start playing a little more Fortnite again. I'm still in the midst of my quasi Blizzard / Overwatch boycott.
Right. As many are.
I'm really fucking mad at Blizzard right now.
Yeah.
And it sucks because I've been back I love Overwatch. It's possibly my favorite video game of all fucking time.
Shit.
Without hyperbole, no exaggeration, I mean it. I love that fucking game. I hate Blizzard. I hate them. I hate the lies and the bullshit. I hate that I have spent so much time trying to fucking soapbox on behalf of this game, and now I'm at the point where it's pissed me off. They've gone too far, and it's far enough to make me leave that game behind for at least the foreseeable future over this, and I'm mad. I'm really disappointed because I want to play, but at the same time I'm having trouble bringing myself to do it. So I think Fortnite's probably going to come back into my rotation a little bit more frequently, along with Zelda. That's going to be probably forever. It's just one of those things I'm going to pick up, and I'm not going to play Zelda to the extent that I did Breath of the Wild. I'm going to take my time on this one because I way overdid it on Breath of the Wild.
So you got web shooters in Fortnite now.
Do they really?
Lightsabers are out, unfortunately. In the 4 matches we played, we didn't see a single lightsaber or force power.
Is that still an event, though? That was supposed to go on till like the end of May, I thought.
I assumed it would have gone on to the end of May, too, because it was for May. It was May the 4th. And maybe it's just not in ranked matches. I don't know. That's all we played the other night. So, they had the web shooters.
I heard that web shooters were in the game before, and because somebody I was talking about when they did the ODM gear from Attack on Titan, they work very similar to the web shooters apparently.
Yeah, but man, I love the ODM gear. I learned to really love because it's like,
God, so exciting.
Yeah,
the way you flip and you could you could traverse half the fucking map and
devastate somebody.
Oh God!
I mean, they can't shoot you while you're going through the air, and then you zip right next to him. And as you zip right next to him, you just slice them up.
Slice them up, man. That ODM gear was lethal, and I actually got really good with ODM gear for a while.
Yeah,
so, yeah.
It takes me a long time to warm up to stuff like that because like the web shooters. I picked
now,
up,
is that just strictly a mode of transport, or is there an attack associated with
all
it?
I could figure out was that it was a mode of transport. Okay. So like I messed with it for a little. It takes me a little while to warm up to stuff like that because it's like usually when I find like web shooters, because we found them and I was like, well, we're like halfway to winning this. I don't
You
want
don't
to
wanna
just
be out
I don't
there
want to just
making
be
yourself
fucking
a
around.
fucking
Like, how do I
target.
do
Yeah.
this shit?
Yeah, it's-
So I messed with it a little bit, and then I get to Henry was like, "Oh, I want to find some for me," and I was like, "Homie, you can have these." And I just dropped them.
Right.
He's like, "Oh, okay." And then he tried them for a little bit. And was essentially the same. He was
Yeah.
like, "Yeah, okay."
Now I
wish you could web someone up with it.
I do wish that was a thing. I'm surprised that it's not, but it's like with ODM gear. I was getting to the point where I was using it as a weapon, but mostly it was a way to delay running from the storm for as long as possible, because once you start using the ODM gear, you're like just traversing, and you can make huge leaps across the map. And then I was also listening for like gunfire, and then I would just ODM gear my way to the fight and just destroy both people that were fighting, So yeah, that was the shit.
Not to make this a Fortnite podcast,
No, it's fine.
but man, you talking about the ODM gear and talking about all that. I love the kinetic blade so much. And you're talking about traversal. The kinetic blade is one of those weapons when Henry and I are playing with my sister and her husband, and we squad up. Like, it's so fun to be like, because I jump on a kinetic blade anytime there is one, and it's so great in squads because it's like you got 3 people with guns. And then, like,
one person's just.
I get the kinetic blade and I'm fucking fearless, man. And it's just because it's like.
There's no defense against
Right. I mean, there really isn't. It's like you got to shoot the guy that's on you fast. And it's tough to do when you got 3 other people shooting at you.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man, I love that kinetic blade. It brings me back to. Oh my God, Dark Forces 2, Jedi Knight.
Oh, yes.
Which is weird that it gives me more of that flavor than the actual lightsabers in the game did. But I mean, it's that feeling of like, when I had a lightsaber, it was a feeling of power. But that kinetic blade, there's something about it, man.
Yeah. Oh, I was so pumped when they brought the Attack on Titan shit in. That was an event that I was super into.
I love those thunder spears.
God, I know. You just take out entire buildings.
Yeah.
Like, I'd see someone running into like a big keep or a castle or something, and I'd just be like, fuck it. And I would ODM gear my way up close and then pull out that thunder spear and just vaporize
Castle
half of
gone.
that fucking building. And they'd be standing there like, of course, it also deals with the treasure chests and shit.
Oh,
that are in
yeah.
the building.
Right, yeah.
So they're like standing there looking around all confused, surrounded by loot. And then I just destroy them and just take my pick, whatever happens to be laying around.
Yeah, man, those thunder spears rock, especially when it's like the strategy. It's so good against like build strategies. Where I love watching like a fight between like 2 squads, and it's like they start building
take out their
and then just knock out those entire structures. It's like, wow, that's fun.
Good call.
Yeah, it was a good call.
Brought up some conversation there. Good call, Nate.
My serious answer to that would probably, since the only thing I really like collect with any kind of seriousness are Super Nintendo cartridges. Earthbound's a really good one. I would love an Earthbound complete in box, but I think right now it would be a Pocky and Rocky in complete in box. And it's just because I love Pocky and Rocky. I think it's a great game. I would love to own it, but to get it bind on pickup would be great because I don't plan on selling that. I mean, that would just be cool to own, and it's expensive. It's like one of those games that's like, probably I want to own that. Just to own it, but I'm probably not gonna like just go out.
So you don't have
a
it
balance of
at
expensive
all?
and desire to own, not just like this was just it's a shitty game, but it's rare.
But it's super valuable. Yeah. But see, like for example, I would also say like Final Fantasy 3, but I feel like that's a little more achievable than Pocky and Rocky. Like I could convince myself to be like, if I got like a big bonus or something, be like, as a treat, I'll get myself Final Fantasy 3 complete in box. Yeah. But like if I got a big bonus, I don't think I'd be like, as a treat, I'll get Pocky and Rocky complete in box.
How does your collection work? Do you have some complete in box stuff, or are you mostly just trying to get a collection and you don't care if it's boxed or not boxed, or how's that going? How does that work for you?
I don't really care. If I can get something complete in box, I will if it's a good price, but typically it's not. And sometimes, like as a treat, like the time before last, I was at the Louisville Arcade Expo. It was like, fuck it, like I want to buy a complete unboxed game.
What did you get? I was there. I don't remember this.
I got Earthworm Jim.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
It is good. That's a good one.
And it's not.
Especially for you.
It wasn't crazy expensive, and that was part of the decision too. I mean, it wasn't like a. I mean, it was in like the range of a new game.
Yeah.
So it's like I'll get those when I can, but typically my collecting strategy currently is to, as a joke, buy the game that we've talked about on the show. Yeah.
If it's not
right
ridiculous.
If it's not ridiculous, yeah. So that's been my strategy to get that loose.
Y'all want to continue with some more calls?
Yeah, I'm good too if you guys are.
Yeah. Nate calls back. Before I take Nate's next call, would either of you like a Charms Blow Pop?
It looks delicious.
Cherry or sour apple?
I will take one in to Melissa.
Okay.
I love that one.
Dave?
Sure. If you're okay if I give it to Henry.
Not at all.
Okay,
Yeah,
great.
Go for it.
Thank you, sir.
I am eating a sucker right now. Brief call.
Hey guys, what's up? Nate from Utah, first time caller, long time listener. I just had an addendum to the last call.
Oh.
I just wanted to say this has to be something that was like mass produced. It can't be like a one of one thing, just something retail.
Okay.
Love you guys. Bye.
Love you too, Nate.
Possibly should have played that, but whatever.
Before the Fortnite minicast.
For the Fortnite mini podcast.
I was hoping that's what Nate was going to say. A little addendum to that. Whatever you do, don't talk about
Fortnite for 20 minutes. Actually, he calls back.
Okay.
Maybe this is where he tells us not
Oh,
to talk
God.
about Fortnite.
You're toying with us, Nate.
Welcome to TADPOG. What's up, guys? This is Nate from Utah, first time caller, long time listener.
What's up?
I just had a couple of questions. Probably just one because I'm a little drunk right now and I just forgot the second one, so we'll just go with one. Do you have anything that you guys do while you're at work by yourself that amuses you? Not like masturbation. You can say masturbation, but that wasn't what I was aiming for. But do you do like nobody's around, but it just makes you happy? So every time I take out the trash, every time I hit the trash compactor button on the dumpsters, I say, "Oops!" Like Casey Jones,
Jones.
Bill Shredder
Yes,
in the
sir.
first TMNT movie. I'm out of breath for some reason. And the second thing I do is every time I walk into the bathroom, they have like auto sensors that turn off after 15 minutes. If nobody's been in there, I'll clap my hands twice like the clapper commercial. Like,
Clap on.
probably didn't pick up on the phone, but I'll do the double clap, and the lights will turn on, and it makes me happy. Love you guys. Keep doing what you're doing. Mwah.
See you, Nate.
Got a
Thanks.
kiss.
Mwah.
Mwah.
Mwah. Triple kiss.
Back at you. My kisses taste like watermelon right now.
So your fun thing to do at work is floss, right? We covered that a little bit. Is there anything else?
No, we have no, not really. I mean, like the only thing that's kind of like specific to my office has 2 floors, and the basement is where we have like our staging area for PCs, and shipping and receiving goes out of there and stuff like that. And they built that building. There's 2 bathrooms down there, like solo bathrooms, not like, because upstairs we have a men's room and a women's room, and the men's room has like 2 stalls and a urinal type of thing, you know. And I'm weird about like taking a big dump when someone else is in the room, so I always go downstairs to one of the single bathrooms to go to take a shit if I
Take
have
your big
to.
dump.
That's it. There's really nothing else that I got that really fits into what he asked. So I guess no is the answer.
I don't really have anything either. What it's taught me is that I need to find some things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There was a supervisor at work that worked for me, and like most of the people at work 12-hour shifts, so she only worked like 3 days a week or 4 days a week and off every other weekend. But she hated it when people used her office supplies. So I made a point to where, like, if I ran out of tissues, I would go grab her box of tissues and not a new one. Or if I ran out of staples, I would take my empty stapler and swap it with her full stapler, and just shit like that, just to be like, we can share resources. It's okay. She'd come in and she'd get in my office door and glare at me. It's like, well, you also made it hard to find, so I took joy in just substituting out.
Did you ever put any of her office supplies in either Jello or a vending machine? Because I think that's the next level here.
There's still time, right?
She has since moved on.
Oh,
not because of that, I think. In high school, I used to, when I would have to go use the bathroom, I would sneak into the theater, into the auditorium for the theater, and use those bathrooms because no one ever went in there. And it was always clean, quiet. No one's been in there. I got caught once. He got yelled at pretty hard.
Yeah, but
it
that
did not stop me.
That clean, abandoned, never used bathroom is heavenly sounding to me. We've got another call here from Broke Powder.
Broke Powder,
aka Broke Powder.
The sequel to Powder.
Good afternoon, TADPOG. It's your VR boy, Brew Powder.
You sound somber.
He must be at work.
Yeah, you sound somber AF, my dude.
His fun thing to do at work is call TADPOG.
Right.
And
yeah.
say, good afternoon, TADPOG.
How you guys doing today?
Good.
So, at Christmas, I got a Quest 2. Got 100% into VR. Total VR boy.
Right.
I threw out everything.
If only there was some way we could have known this. Where are you going to spring this on us, Pounder?
Out of nowhere.
Thing that wasn't VR. I threw out my PlayStation Vita. I threw out my PlayStation.
Whoa.
He threw it
whoa,
out.
Whoa. These things aren't mutually exclusive.
You're going to want to come back to these things. Threw them out, huh? Trash compactor? Just crush them.
Kids.
Oops.
Gone.
4, threw out my PlayStation 5. I'm all in on VR.
He's teasing.
So I was like hanging out, being like, wow, I got a bunch of PlayStation VR games. I'm going to try to get this PlayStation VR. And sure enough, I go into the website. They had it right at the website. And it was the Iron Man bundle. And I was like, cool.
There's an Iron Man VR game. You can like fly around like Iron Man.
I haven't played it, but presumably.
That sounds like fun. I bet you have like that heads-up display in front of your face and all that.
We might find out. I don't know if we're going to get the good details or not.
Cool. Done. I'm going to buy this PlayStation VR. So it comes in the mail. I'm all excited. And I'm all like, oh, I need the thing to hook it up to my PlayStation 5. So I type in the website and I go to the thing and I'm like, here's my serial number for my thing. Send me my thing. And they're like, no. And I'm like, what? So I call PlayStation. PlayStation's like,
wow.
Oh my God, we'll send you one immediately.
I didn't know you could do
Here
that.
you go. And I said, okay, thank you. And then I wait like
By
a
the
week.
way,
Here,
fuck you. We're PlayStation.
hear nothing. And then all of a sudden I get an email from PlayStation.
The call went like this. Yeah, sure. We'll send that right over.
Wait, don't you need my address?
Click.
What's a Japanese dial tone sound like?
I haven't heard a dial tone in a very long time. Well, actually, my phone's at work. I guess I do sometimes hear those there.
Yeah, but even that's weird. I am trying to think the last time I heard a dial tone that was not in a movie. You know what I mean?
Right.
To like signify, to convey a message.
Well, and the dial tones on our phones at work are just literally recordings of a dial tone because they're all VoIP phones.
yeah.
So there's no dial tone.
Yeah.
It's like when you hear someone in a movie, though,
Right.
get hung up on while they're on their cell phone.
Right.
And they
It
play the
clicks.
sound of a dial
Right,
tone. It's
right.
like, that's a cell phone. There's no dial tone. Anyway, Brew Pounder continues.
PlayStation's like, hey, we got your application for the PS5 camera adapter. We'll let you know when it's processed and we're shipped. And I was like, this is going to take forever. So I'm sitting there and I was like, you know what? forget it. I have a PS4 Pro. I'm going to get the PSVR out. I'm going to hook it up to PS4.
Oh no, I threw it in the trash compactor. Should have thought this through.
Take it out.
PS4 Pro and see what this is about, right? I open up the bundle box and the PSVR, and the PS5 adapter's in the box.
There you go.
Hey.
So embarrassing. Oh my God.
Hey, it
so
all
I go,
worked out.
set it up, and PSVR.
Do you think the people at Sony were like, this idiot didn't even look in the box? There's like a picture of you hanging up at Sony now. That's why you should be embarrassed.
Do not sell this man
Do
adapter.
not sell this man a VR adapter.
VR looks terrible compared to the Quest. It's sad. So I was like, but I'm going to mess around, play a couple games, see how it goes. But anyways, who do you think would win in a fight? Shit. I had lost that. I don't know. Well, that was my funny story about PSVR.
Oh, no.
Love you guys.
I'm so excited.
Have a great day.
I was so excited
calls
for
back.
who. Oh, okay.
He calls back.
Okay. Oh,
TADPOG.
yes.
VR Brew Pounder again.
Hey,
I'm going to
man.
do the thing where I call, leave the whole thing, and then I'm going to do it, and I stumbled and I messed up. So I'm going to do it again.
Okay.
So,
Oh, no,
I
you're
just
going to
watched
do
the
it
new
again?
Texas Chainsaw movie on the flicks, on the internet thing, and
Yes.
it was cool because, them killing people and doing the whole thing. So, Battle to the Death, Leatherface
Okay.
from Texas Chainsaw Massacre,
Okay.
Scream Guy from the Scream franchise,
Ghostface.
That's tough, though, right?
or Jacob of wolf fighting fame with two pet wolves.
Well, he's
All right,
going to
there we
fight
go.
those.
Hopefully
So
we
that's
made up
kill him
for
immediately.
the botched attempt after my beautiful PSVR story. Love you guys all so much. You're the best. Love you. Bye.
All right, so
Thanks
first
for
of
the
all,
call.
the wolves are going to kill Jacob right off.
yeah, they're going to
They're going to kill him
They're going to kill him.
because he is not actually a
So
master
then you just got
of wolves.
2 wolves running around.
So now you got 2
Wild
loose
cards.
wolves. So really the battle comes down to Leatherface versus Ghostface from
and Ghostface is tough because it's like could be
Which-
anyone, right?
Which Ghostface
right? Which
are we
Ghostface
referring
is it?
to?
Jackie.
Okay,
Possibly.
Actually, it doesn't matter to me. I think I'm going to give it to Leatherface because I don't think Ghostface. I don't think any of Ghostface tricks work on Leatherface. 'cause
Right,
he's
you're not going to
just-
call
he's-
Leatherface
He's
and
a
ask him his
barbarian.
favorite scary
Leatherface
movie.
is a
Yeah.
barbarian. It's like
Yeah.
none of this psychological shit is going to fucking phase him. Look at his family. It's like sorry, Ghostface, you are fucking done. You are done.
Yeah, if we're
done.
just talking about a straight up fight,
yeah.
it's Leatherface.
And
all
then
the way.
Leatherface is going to chop up those fucking wolves too. Leatherface is terrifying.
And he'll probably skin him and use the fur for something.
Right. For
He
something
worked
you
at a
don't.
slaughterhouse.
Yes.
He knows what to do
he's
with
a
those big
goddamn
wolves.
barbarian.
Mhm. For sure. That's an easy one.
It was fun though. It was. It was fun. That was fun. I got real excited when I heard who would win the fight.
You did.
Yeah.
Sorry about Jacob being killed by wolves, but it happens. That's what he gets for trying to fucking have wolves with him.
He shouldn't be in that fight. Yeah. He shouldn't be in that. He shouldn't be in I love Jacob, but he should not be in that fight.
No, that's bad
Yeah.
choice.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
I think Taryn called.
Okay.
Want to hear what she has to say?
Yeah, of course.
February 24th, 2022.
That'd be a good one to end it on.
Okay.
Taryn call.
We got 2 Taryn calls in a row. So we'll do those, and then we're going to stop.
Okay.
I swear this is my last 2 calls, and then I'm going to stop. I swear.
I can quit anytime I want.
Anytime I want.
Hello and good morning, TADPOG.
Hello. Good morning.
Karen, how are you? I hope
Good.
you're all well. I hope everything is great.
Thank you.
Wanted to call in and just have a real moment here.
Okay.
Real hot take from Ian about the new Scream movies.
Oh, back on Scream.
My name keeps coming up, and it's weird.
Good call quality from Taryn.
It is good
excellent
quality.
quality.
Call quality.
Colloquy.
Colloquy.
Almost
There
as
you
good
go.
as Dave's pronunciation this evening.
Ian, my
Hi.
love,
Yes,
go
my
see
dear.
it again, please, because it's fantastic. And the reason I'm calling is I want
Did I say I didn't like it?
I don't remember.
If I'm going to say this right now, if I said I didn't like it, that has since changed.
Oh, okay.
And it had to have been Scream 5 and Scream 6.
Wait, I thought you did. I thought you said that you liked it but it was like you had to have watched the one before it.
Well, that's Scream 6, but that just happened. Like,
okay.
Way
So this
after
is probably
call.
Scream 5.
It's probably Scream
Okay,
5,
okay.
which, again, if I'm not necessarily recanting, but I've definitely seen it a couple of times since then.
Whatever, you recanter.
At probably Taryn's request here. Maybe not at that request,
sure,
but as she has requested. And I liked it fine. It was just a bit different, a bit of a departure that I wasn't ready for.
Is Leatherface in it?
Yeah.
If he is, in the next couple of Scream movies,
we know who to thank.
We know who to thank. And we know who's going to win.
And if he doesn't, it's
Talk about
bullshit.
Easter eggs.
Easter eggs.
The movies, video games, whatever, and that will be my question at the end. But the new Scream movie is absolutely filled with them.
Truth.
Filled with them so much that I went back to see it again in the theaters because I missed a huge one. And I don't know if anyone cares about the Scream franchise.
I
It's been out long.
absolutely care about the Scream franchise. It's one of my favorite horror franchises.
Long enough, so I don't feel like this is a spoiler per se. But if you go back and look, there's a moment where they're watching some clips on their computer about the old murders, and we see that Kirby is alive from the fourth movie, which played by Hayden Panettiere. Great character, great
Excellent
movie.
character.
I have a real love for all the Scream movies. Fun Taryn fact, Scream was the original Scream was the first R-rated movie I ever saw in the theaters, and big news, my first hand-holding experience in the theaters. Wow, I know, huge news. But when did it come out? 96, so I would have been 11, I think, maybe. So yeah, huge news. But please go back and watch it again. I wanted to ask my question.
I did watch it again, as I mentioned, and I did not notice the part about Kirby being alive from the fifth movie. But I know she's alive because she comes back for Scream 6.
So that's
how I knew she was alive, but I must have missed the... I'm now going to rewatch that at some point, probably in the near future, and I'm going to look for that. So thank you for that Easter egg, Tara.
Also, holding hands at 11?
What a slut.
You hussy.
She would have been in fifth. So she was in fifth grade and saw Scream in the theater and held a boy's hand.
It was a scary movie.
Yeah.
I could see why a little hand holding might be acceptable.
I'm just wondering why fifth graders in the movie theater see Scream.
We're mature, we assure you. Let us in.
They were standing on top of each other
Roger,
in their trench coat.
adult
Yeah.
Right out.
Here we go. She has a question.
I know y'all like questions.
Yes.
What's your favorite Easter egg? Either a movie, a video game, a show, whatever.
Cadbury.
I'm not sure if you're fans of Sex and the City at all. You may be. But the new reboot and just like that, full of Easter eggs of the original show. And I'd have to say my favorite Easter egg also kind of relates to Sex and the City. In the movie Forgetting Sarah Marshall, Jason Segal's character, and I'm blanking on his name right now, but he's at the bar drinking, and he's really drunk, and he pulls out the big banana out of the drink, and he goes, "I'm Samantha, I fuck everything," and he's making fun of Kim Cattrall from Sex and the City. But if you look in the background, Cynthia Nixon, Miranda Hobbs from Sex and the City, walks behind him. So great little nod to the show, little Easter egg.
Cool.
She actually just happened to be in Hawaii when they were filming the movie and said she'd do it. So, but that's a fun little tidbit. So anyway, what's your favorite Easter egg? Ian, go back and watch the Scream movie again. It's fantastic.
It
Filled
is.
with Easter eggs.
You're right.
Filled with them.
I love it.
Okay, love you, bye.
Love you. Bye. I watch so much shit. I couldn't possibly name something that's my favorite Easter egg, but I will say that like my favorite recent thing that I watched that was sort of full of Easter eggs was Picard, season 3. A lot of good Star Trek Easter eggs in there. A lot of fun stuff, but I don't know one off the top of my head that would be a specific example like what she gave. What about you guys?
I have 3 off the top of my head, but Tyler, it looked like you had You had something.
There's the Easter egg of a complete in-box copy of Earthbound on a shelf behind Fraser Crane when he's in a toy store buying something for his son. So I like that Easter egg.
That is good. So I just saw the Mario Brothers movie recently-ish.
I still need to see that.
And there's a Discoon reference in that movie, which is like the mascot for the old disc-based family computer system.
Oh, okay.
So that was like one of those where it was like, wow, they put the fucking, that's an old reference. And I'm sure there are probably even older references in the movie than that. But that one was like, that one was nice. It was
Ready
nice
Player One had a lot of really good Easter eggs, but that whole movie
Easter egg,
was
the movie
based on Easter eggs, right? Yeah. I mean, they were literally hunting for Easter eggs.
Yeah.
So, good example of that.
And then I love the Mean Bean Machine Easter egg in the Sonic movie. Where it's like the name of the
that's
coffee
a good
shop.
one. That's
like,
a really good one.
That's really nice. And then the intro to Chainsaw Man it's just
wonderful.
There's just so much in there where it's like there's so many movie references in there, so many like Tarantino movie references in there.
Big
Lebowski. I mean, there's a lot in there that's really fun, and it's really fun to see that from like through a Japanese lens via anime,
and the
It's
fact
cool.
that we have those things in common,
Right.
With the animators,
Yeah.
you know, they
Yeah.
get us, we get them, you know,
and it kind of
works that way.
absolutely, yeah.
All right, we got one more Terran call,
okay,
and then
Let's do it.
time for the show to end. Here we go. This one is February 24th, 2022. We're catching up. We're almost within a year.
270-883.
Okay, hey, it's Karen again.
2555.
I wanted to say that if I sounded out of breath in the call about the Easter eggs and Scream and all that, I am. I just got done working out. It's nothing more juicy than that. I just got done working out. So yeah, that's it. But I noticed when I hung up that I was going.
We were commenting about how good the
And-
quality was.
Yeah.
Sounds real good. Now it sounds like shit.
Man, it sounded like Taryn just got done holding hands.
She rolls over off of Andrew. I gotta call TADPOG.
Ian doesn't like Scream 5.
That's all I can think about.
And fun fact, if any of you have had COVID really bad, I
No.
did back early 2020 is when it was, the new hot commodity.
Right.
I still have to use an inhaler
Oh,
after I
no.
work out because I have long COVID.
Non
symptoms.
COVID.
So
No.
Long COVID. Ugh. Hate that for you.
Fuck, that sucks. I didn't know that.
I didn't either.
that's another whole discussion that we can have at another day. But when I get done working out, I have to puff this inhaler. And I was like, they're going to think I was doing God knows what. I'm just up to no good today because I'm making a phone call and completely out of breath. But no,
Nope.
I just got off of the elliptical.
Michelle does it
and
all the
that's
time.
why. And now I'm going to go find my inhaler.
Okay.
Okay. Love you guys. Goodbye.
Bye.
Love you too,
Love you
Taryn.
too.
Bye.
Sorry about your long COVID.
Yeah, that
That's
sucks.
awful.
I got COVID light, and that was after vaccines, so it was just being tired.
As far as I know, I still haven't gotten it.
Yeah.
I don't think I did. If I did, it was pure asymptomatic, and I never knew it. But knock wood, I still haven't gotten that badness. Good news, fellas. We're below 400.
All right.
Okay.
We're at 392.
392.
Momentous
and
occasion.
Closing. So, if you want to keep that number up, have your call played. Hopefully soon. I mean, we're burning through them pretty quick. At this rate, it'll be, I don't know.
That's for them to guess. No one's taking us up on the offer to guess when we're caught up on calls. I haven't seen. I've been looking on
That's true.
Discord.
I'd forgotten about that.
Been looking on
Yes.
Discord. Not one person has taken
Well,
a
no
guess.
one's guessed
when
on
we'll
the
be
3,
caught.
6, and 12 question I posed. So, I don't think anyone's going to get
Grim
it.
is out, by the way.
Grim
you
is
tell
I
out.
was
him?
like, oh, he's like, I'm out. I don't want to. You have to tell me. I have to know. But I'm out.
And then he
He's
was
like, all right, you're
then
out. I'll
he
tell
was
you, but
probably
you're out.
super underwhelmed by the answer.
He's like,
wasn't he?
oh, it's
It's super regional. I mean, you're just
yeah, it's the answer is different for him.
Oh,
So he
is
was
it?
like, "Oh, really?"
He has an answer.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. His answer would be different.
Yep.
Yeah. That is a good point. That is a clue.
So yeah, okay.
Could be a clue.
It could be a clue.
I'm not. Gonna
I was
say anything.
assuming that when you said that he had a different answer for it, I was thinking that that sequence of numbers meant something different for him.
Oh yeah.
But it's the
a
other.
different
It's the other way
sequence.
around.
That's
Okay.
what it means is a different set of numbers.
Right.
Well, thanks for listening, everybody. You can find the show on iTunes, not SoundCloud, Spotify, YouTube, all over the goddamn place. But if you, like everybody said, if you want to add to that call log 270-883-2555, or if you want to send us something for an intro, you send that to TADPOG Studios, care of Nicole Nance, PO Box 3785, Purdue, Kentucky 42002. But most importantly, we got to talk about that Patreon.
Patreon.com/TADPOG or pisstasters.com. Either one of those two URLs will get you to our Patreon
Taste the
page.
piss.
Taste the piss. Donate your money. If you want to give us money, that's where to do it. We just put up some bonus content last week. Joe Dirt. We finally got around to talking about it. We've got some other cool things.
Half of Tadpog Sweethearts Nicole is on that one.
Yes. It's a very good episode. We had a lot of fun recording that one.
Mm-hmm.
We've got some other stuff coming down the pipe, hopefully very soon. Not the least of which we hope is going to be our Scott Pilgrim discussion over the Scott Pilgrim episodes. We talked about it, and we think we're going to put that on Patreon, but fret not, good listener, we're going to make that one free.
Free.
We want everyone to have it, so it'll be free, but it'll be on Patreon, and then maybe you'll be tempted to throw a buck our way, and you can listen to some of this other bonus content.
I've heard worse ideas.
We have a list of executive producers. These are the fine folks that donate $20 or more to the show every single month. And I'm going to read that list right now, starting with Usurper Grimm, Cousin David Galino, Plinko Nick Price, Cubicle Monkey, Cthusiast Jeff Miners, Master Cycle Baron Kevin Link, Joseph Phillips, Gamebug Prime Nathan Eaton, Matt Gentile, a.k.a. Gentle G, Princess Consuela, Banana Hammock, Flavor Trick, Taryn Dahl. Congratulations on your marriage, and thanks for the great calls today. Pinball Airplane, Archmage, Chris Edler, I did it again. Fuck. Sorry you couldn't be on this episode.
Now that's his new full title.
I'm not doing that.
I did it again.
Pinball, Archmage, Airplane, fuck.
Platinum member Brett Miller, Sandwich Pope, Phil Hawkins, Nate from Utah, first time caller, Drinksmith, Joey Webster, Dig Dougie, and Derek Pope Sandwich. We had an upped donation this week.
Yes, sir.
From Josh K. Can I say the whole? Does Josh have a?
I don't think
he does.
Josh does have a title.
Nope.
Well, I don't want to say your whole name, Josh. And if you want to call, let us know if that's okay. Let me know in the Discord. I can say your whole name, but
we'll get you.
We do have an up donation from Josh K.
Josh was wrong about how to name everybody in Shining Force when I played through that. Josh. Because I spent 45 minutes trying to put in the code.
I remember that.
Josh. He was like, "Oh, I feel bad," but it was something very simple and not what he said.
Well, that was a code, right? But it did something different than what you were trying to.
Yeah. That's something very different.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, regardless of your title.
Shining Farce,
Josh
Oh
Cornley.
yes, I love it. I love it.
Shining Farce, Josh. Thank you for upping your donation. That's very nice of you. Thanks to all of our donors. It is super cool that you guys give us money every month.
Yes.
It helps a lot.
Yes.
We are trying to make that do better for the show and do other things. If you have suggestions, you want to get in on the discussions, you want to talk to us about the stuff that we talk about, got an idea for something you want us to cover, anything at all that you want to do, we are always around on the Discord, bit.ly/TADPOG Discord. Jump in there. A lot of cool people in there hanging out all the time, making me laugh on a daily basis. Lots of fun, good stuff there.
Yep.
Thanks, as always, to the elusive, enigmatic Mr. Puzzles, Dane, Backlog Banisher Dane, for putting our show on YouTube every week freely.
Yep.
Gives up his time to do that for us every single week.
Thank you, dude.
Spread the word. Let people know about the show. We'd love to get out there and get an even wider audience, because the audience we have, we are so in love with. We would love to see that grow. One other thing.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Another thing I'd like to mention, t-shirts. We've got word last week that the t-shirts have been ordered.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to get those in, and those should be shipping hopefully mid-June, I'm going to guess. If we get anything more definite on that, I'll let y'all know. And we are going to have a little bit of overstock at bossbattles.gg, so you can go there and buy a shirt if you did not get the chance to do it when we were promoting it. It might cost a few more bucks, but not too bad, and then it'll be there. And I think that's it. I do have one other thing to say on a more serious note than usual. A good friend of mine, Paul, from school, I don't think you listen to the show. I doubt that you even know the show that exists, but he's an old friend of mine, and he lost his daughter this past weekend in a drunk driving accident.
I think I heard about this. I didn't realize. I mean, I don't know.
She was 18.
Yeah, I
just
did
turned
hear.
18.
I did hear about this.
This happened in Marshall County.
Yes, I heard about it today.
She was a passenger in a side-by-side, a Polaris type of vehicle that was being driven by someone who was drunk and under the influence. And they had previous drunk driving infractions and things, just a terrible, horrible person that was not being careful with the lives of someone else's babies. And Paul, I know you aren't listening to this, but I want you to know that I've been thinking about you a lot, and I hope you and your family are okay. And I know it's a tough time, but just take care of your babies, all right? Everybody, just be careful out there, because you just never know.
And don't drink and drive.
Don't drink and drive. Please. Sorry about that. I needed to get that out
I get
there.
it.
No, I'm glad you did.
All right. I think that's all I've got.
Yep.
Are we ready to go?
You guys want to close the show out? All our theme rockets moves with Sigma Drive. Link that check out. From then, show us at TADPOG.com.
.com. Remember that?
Yeah.
Throw that out there from
Report.com.
Is that available? Can we link that to our Discord?
Or Yahoo. Remember that one?
Oh yes.
I don't know. How do we want to close this out tonight?
Representative of our Southern heritage, the real Southern, like Michelle, like she don't care for.
Mm-hmm. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
So until next time,
Tropical Capricorn.
The good Lord's willing, the creek don't rise. And now the Southern style speech of Sasuke to Naruto after their battle at the Valley of the End. Naruto, I now remember those words you once said to me, that when you're with me, you finally understand what it's like to have a brother. And when I think of it that way, that feeling, well, I finally get it now. There we go.
I was expecting you to say
There's a get her done. There's a character in Overwatch named Ash who sounds. That's how I think she would sound if she read those. Yeah.
I'll be right back to help clean up. I gotta pee.
Do it.